riddle on the screen and a bop in the beat. Crystal's got a theory and she's bringing the heat. With a playlist rolling and a case to crack, she's digging through the weird and she ain't looking back. Crystal's crime and music. Hey, hey, hey. Weird little whispers and a beat that slays. She's grooving through the rumors, dancing through the doubt. Hop on the stream and help her figure it out. She's got headphones on and snacks in hand. She's sleuthing in slippers, ain't it grand? Crimes and chords, it's a curious mix, but she'll remix that mystery just for kicks. Crystal's crime and music, let's roll. Talking strange old stories with a heart and soul. From cryptic clues to a disco track, she's chasing down weirdness and never looks back. She don't solve crimes, just talks and vibes with a keyboard click and detective drive. She's got music moods and wild ideas and a soft spot for victims through the years. Is that a ghost? Or just bad Wi-Fi? Did that dude lie? Or is it all a sigh? Whatever the twist, Crystal's on the screen with a snack, a song, and a mystery meme. So grab your tea and your favorite chair. She's cracking up theories out of thin air. One part groove, one part hum. It's Crystal's show, let's have some fun. Crystal's crime and music, tune it loud, where the silly gets spooky and the beats are proud. She's laughing, guessing, and spilling the tea. Come vibe with the queen of crime and melody.
Hello. So there's nobody here in chat. That's fine. I hope some of y'all that were here the other day come back for the Shrilla case today. That's what I'm covering. This is not about summer. I started covering this case night before last. We had gone over the basics, a boring Jill phone call. Pretty much just the basics of the case. I showed you the beginning, the air flight, the information about the car wreck, when the car wreck happened. However, tonight I'm going to start with a news clip. It's called Police Release Thousands of Text Messages and Jail Calls from Mackenzie Shrilla Case. Now, what I'm looking at here is this part we're looking at the screen right now, which is the car, how fast it zooms. I'm going to keep this tab up, and we are going to reference this, just the first 20 seconds. But right now, because this is a newer news clip, this was put out 5 hours ago, so this just happened today. But I couldn't find any other video of the court video that they had of the car. So pay attention to how fast this little girl is going down this street as she hits the gas pedal full throttle.
Newly released records in the 2022 Strongsville crash involving Mackenzie Shrilla were made public Wednesday. The Strongsville Police Department released about 32,000 text messages between Shrilla and her then-boyfriend Dominic Russo, along with recorded jail phone calls made after her conviction. Shrilla was convicted in the crash that killed Russo and their friend, Davion Flanagan, and was sentenced to life in prison with parole eligibility after 15 years. Among the newly released records are several troubling texts dating back to 2020. In one January 2020 text message, Shrilla told Russo she was going to kill someone because she needed a ride and he could not pick her up. Later the same day, the two argued over text, with Shrilla writing, "I just want to bang my head on the wall till I'm dead." In another message, she told Russo to treat the girl who would die for you a little better. In March 2022, Russo allegedly texted that Shrilla hit me and tried to throw a rock at me. Later that same month, he also warned she was driving like a maniac.
Now, the records also showed repeated arguments between the two, with both accusing the other of threatening to end the relationship.
Here's what I'm supposed to say. I know, Kenzie, listen, these phone calls are recorded. We are not allowed to talk about anything.
Well, we need a new lawyer is what we need.
No, not a new lawyer. We're going to file an appeal.
The release also includes nearly 100 recorded jail calls following Shrilla's August 2023 conviction. In one conversation with her mother, Natalie, Shrilla reacted to the verdict while discussing plans to appeal the case.
Trust that we will never, ever, never stop. Ever, never.
I don't want you guys to go broke fighting for me for a lost cause.
It's not a lost cause. I don't know if it was or not. I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here, we have to be very careful that we can't say anything because I don't want to mess this up for you. You know what, though? I do. I give people props when they got bumping little bodies. I do.
Yeah, I know, and I technically just am an adult, so it's just you
are.
can't. I don't feel like it though. I feel like I'm just a kid still. I feel like I fit in better with the kids.
Well, that's because your life stopped when you were 17. You know, so you got a lot of healing to do, Kenzie. You know, hell no. You are. That's aggravated murder. You're not. That charge is gone. That's not the big one. The Mamma Jamma is aggravated murder.
So I can't get death.
No.
Okay.
That's aggravated. Means you planned that shit out, and then you did it. You know what I mean?
And murder is on the spot or some shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, murder A is in a moment's notice you decided to take everybody out.
If I say something wrong, I said to the families of Dom and Davian, I've said it a million times, but I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see that I could never let this happen or do it on purpose. I'm just heartbroken. I wish I could take all your pain away. Long live the boys. And
this is what I want you to focus on. Even after she throws your life away on Monday, because you know she's going to with the way she was talking. Okay?
she's like Mackenzie clearly did this on purpose. What the fuck?
Well, one step at a time.
And then they say we don't appeal, and then I'm like, damn, well, then that's just I have to fucking come out of jail when I'm 85 years old. After
You're really done to GoFundMe on it?
No. But, it's done. It's done with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true.
And then do long live Dom, long live Davion in my bio, too. Hello?
Hey, what happened?
Sorry, I don't know. I just clicked this button and it just ended the call, but I did not know it was going to end the call. So I'm just going to sit down and stop clicking shit.
Right.
My bad.
That's okay. Well, now we know. That's how I learned, I can't, swipe up or, do anything when we're on a video call because it'll end the call. So.
Yeah, you got to, tell Rosie, though, she used to, call me and explain because, that's just, the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear me say how I snipped her page?
Yeah.
She's not friends with her on anything. So I'm telling you.
Plunder, true crime audio.
What's that? No, I've never been in that. Ever, even in juvie. But I've seen people in that in juvie.
Yeah.
I never been in that bitch. I wish they would put me in that.
I skipped my face right now. It's my general face.
Did you talk to her about it?
Me?
Yeah, or face it?
No, they're coming over tonight.
Oh, yeah, you got it. But see, that makes me nervous, though, because what if she's just lying? She's like, Sammy, I have to unfollow you for a little bit, but I'm about to, tell you.
She would never. Kenzie, you got to trust. She would never. She's been there for you from the beginning of time. Post your birthday, showing up for you everywhere. You got to trust. You got to let that go. Okay?
That's so weird to me, though.
You just got to trust. And there's nobody on her Instagram page. It's just her modeling pictures. Nobody is on there, not even Nina.
But it used to be all of us.
I know, but it's nobody now. It's just her.
Plunder. True crime audio.
You can't, like, I know it's hard because you have so many things going on, but you can't read things into where there's nothing to make, you know what I mean? You got enough shit going on.
I just think it's weird. I don't know.
What though?
She should have. I don't like how she just deleted our pictures, and she also deleted that YouTube video again.
There's nothing anywhere though. You can't read things into anything, and if you have.
So I listened to the call before this. I think this was during trial. This was going on. Don't quote me. We will find out though eventually as this goes, because like I told you, this case is new to me as well. I haven't even seen the documentary on Netflix yet. I'm gonna wait and see what the regulations are of clipping it or going through maybe just the images of it or what I'm allowed to do on here, and try to go through it with you guys while I'm covering this case when I get back from where I'm going this weekend. I really intend on digging deep into this and watching everything because it's there's a lot. And the sister of Dominic, I showed you guys the other day, has a YouTube, and she started covering her brother, and I found a video, a live she did a few days ago or weeks ago of her with Dominic and Davion's sisters together, and I really want to watch that with you guys next. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow before I go away this weekend, but right now we're going to listen to this, then we're going to listen to Landon, then we're going to listen to another phone call, then we're going to listen to Tyler's interrogation. I have a couple little videos that I had found of her images in the hospital and her arrest. I'm also going to show you that today, but I kind of want to keep this in order because it's a new case to me. So I'm starting, what I did the other day was start at the beginning, and now we're just continuing as the case went on in the timeline, hopefully till everybody gets the point of the case. So let's finish. What you're listening to is Miss Shrilla's, the mother-daughter. Mackenzie is in jail at this time. I believe this is during the trial or very near the trial. They're getting ready to do the trial. She had been moved, and she had just talked to her friend. The phone call before this that I heard was her friend Faith. She had met in jail, somehow knows her or something. I'm not sure, but it sounds like Mom don't really trust Faith. Faith seems to be trying to get her best friend Rosie to fight with her often. I'm going to put this on. I got to take this call. Hold on.
Have a question, then ask, don't accuse. Ask. Sincerely.
I don't need to ask. I know. She deleted the YouTube video and she deleted
But whatever she says, it has to be okay.
And I want you to change my Instagram bio.
To what?
If they ain't hating, you doing something wrong. Fuck. That's what you need to change it to.
If they ain't hating, you doing something wrong?
If they aren't hating, you doing something wrong. And then do hashtag free Kenzie.
Okay.
Don't forget. Do it right now, because I don't want you to make it so stupid shit on accident, accidentally missaying what I try to say.
If you ain't hating, you're doing something wrong?
Yes. If they ain't hating, you doing something wrong.
Well, I'll do it in a minute. My hands are kind of gross because I'm making a smoothie. I know I hear you say that all the time, though. I'm trying to get some nutrients in my system.
Use my powders.
Those are probably expired.
They're powders. They don't expire.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I got some organic baby spinach that I'm going to put in there.
Well, it's baby spinach, so it's bad for you.
Wait, why?
Because it's baby. What the fuck is baby spinach?
It's young, tiny spinach.
Yes, it's genetically modified.
But it's organic.
Okay.
USDA organic.
Organic doesn't always mean good, though. You have
non-GMO.
to know.
No, non-GMO. Yes, it is.
I don't believe that. That's a lie.
What? Oh, there's warm. Just the cool one.
Huh?
Danny's drinking warm Pepsi.
Danny?
Daddy. Ugh.
Why?
I don't know.
I wish we could get soda.
Yeah, that would be good.
What'd you say?
The messages aren't working. She didn't get anybody's anything.
Yes, why can't we have a vending machine in this bitch or something, and like use my like card or something, like a prison card?
Yes.
I would use that
Ooh.
vending machine every day.
And one of those hot chocolate machines.
Oh, a hot chocolate machine? Oh yes, I wish.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I know. Did the messages work for her?
I'm gonna try to get on messages like after I get off this phone call with you on the other screen.
Say it again, Kenzie.
I'm about to get on after I get this call. I'm gonna go try to use the other like thing for the messages.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to know who's in there.
What do you mean?
I just want to know. Yeah. And don't forget to message people back, even if it's a thanks for thinking of me or a love you. You know what I mean? Just let them know that they got the message.
Oh, no, I will.
They don't even know. Yeah.
I message like everyone back though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's like I just can't believe I ate like ramen noodles out of a sink water, and I need to hold up.
I know,
Tyler,
you've come a long way.
Does the shower water get hotter than the sinks? Cause them ramen was I didn't do it good. I don't think. What do you mean? Like hold it like a fish?
All right, we got 10 minutes of this left. Let me continue what I was saying. That was my daughter calling about our trip. We're trying to plan everything and get it ready for the weekend. And of course, I gotta pay for everything. Okay, so what does she mean? She's gonna go check messages after this. Isn't the girl in jail since messages and video calls? Yeah, she got remember when Fred was in jail and he got a chirp? They have messages in jail, and her mom buys her the most expensive stuff. She has everything. Her mother prepays her phone calls. Her mother sends her money. She has tons and tons of money on her. She tells her mom, I don't need nothing else, Mom. I need nothing. I got the ramen noodles. I got this. Her mom sends her the best fashion while she's in jail of what she's allowed to have. She orders the best boxes. Her cell is probably set up exactly like a bedroom. She doesn't miss out on much. And as we continue listening to her case, you're going to hear other women who have been in jail with her speak. They talk about how she lives lavishly in jail. So, Kylie, I promise you that's something we're going to get to. I promise. These calls are just so strange. Right. It's like she talks to her mom like her mom's her friend. It's almost like her mom, okay, for instance, I was listening to the sister talk, the thing we're going to watch in the future. I was listening to her sister talk to Davion's sister, and something she said was Kylie showed up at her house in barely no clothes the first time meeting her. Her mother doesn't care how she dresses. She's 17 years old. She's been with Dominic since he was 14, acting the same exact way since 14, dressing any way she does, but her mom dresses her like that because you remember JonBenet Ramsey? How the mom wanted her to be a showgirl and a model and all that other stuff. Her mother is very supportive of her social media influence. And this young lady models. So she wears the highest fashions, from Paris and London. And we're going to get into all of that. You're going to learn exactly who Mackenzie Shrilla is as we continue this case. I promise. I'm just taking you from the beginning, the police interrogations, and when I get back this weekend, we're really going to start digging into who Mackenzie is in real life. All right, guys.
Oh yeah, let me get on there after you.
It's working?
Diamond's about to go get on the phone.
Good.
The one that I need to get on. So after I make this call with you, I'm about to go over there by her and try to message on that. But
good. Yeah, message me back too, or just send me. I think there's one. There is one in there. Just shoot me a message back and say you got
Oh,
it.
and you know how we didn't get pockets at the other facility? I have a pocket.
Yay! Good, you can put your hands in there. That's comfy.
No, I only have one pocket in my shirt, but I'm not wearing that shirt right now.
That's okay.
So I'm using my bra. Yeah. What has my friends been saying to you? Like, what's the
Where is commissary? I'm excited. Oh, that's wait. What does it say?
Tomorrow.
Wednesday? Tomorrow. Dang it!
I'm so excited.
I know, me too.
I'm about to eat my other ramen tonight,
your
though.
book was delivered today.
Here?
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
Mhm.
I have hella books right now. I'm glad,
We'll
though.
have to see. Yeah.
The book I'm
We'll have
reading
to
is
see.
good as fuck. Oh, it's called Bittersweet. The book I'm reading right now. I think you would really like it, actually. I don't know.
I'm sure I would.
It's about like a, I don't know, it's getting really good. Like, she went back to work and shit, like, and it's good as fuck.
Good.
Oh, and like, sí, so dice que Israel sí te pide, like, he's on pleasing me, then teasing me, he's there, like, pide, like, you're see those smizo, pide, he's a pizza.
Oh, nice. There you go.
But then it, like, also weirds me out because, like, then I'm like, damn, like, usually it's like, he's already easier, than me.
You know what, though? I do. I give people props when they got bumping little bodies. I do.
Yeah, I know, and I technically just, like, am, like, an adult, so, like, it's just, like,
You are.
can't, I don't feel like it, though. I feel like I'm just a kid still. Like, I feel like I fit in better with the kids, like.
Well, that's because your life stopped when you were 17. You know, so you got a lot of healing to do, Kenzie. You know, hell no! You are way mature.
Like, I mean, I'm mature, but like a kid. Like, I still, like, want to do
you're
kid
a little
things.
inside. Yeah, which you should always be that way, too. But you have a lot of healing to do.
Oh, you know, with these cheese are I used to have these meter deers or these music with them. Is it Jesus piece and teasel teasy? He's like, he did me to use that?
No, he said no.
Yes, they can.
Who said that?
The girls in here.
That's aggravated murder. You're not. That charge is gone. That's not the big one. The Bama Jamma is aggravated murder.
So I can't get death.
No.
Okay.
That's aggravated. Means you planned that shit out, and then you did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
And murder is like on the spot or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like.
Yeah, murder A is like in a moment's notice you decided to take everybody out.
What
which
the
is
fuck?
ridiculous.
Why the fuck would anyone do that? Well, I know some people would do that, but why the fuck would I do that? Like, that just is crazy.
Kenzie, that's why the fireman got charged with murder. Like, he meant to do that. He saw that firefighter and ran into him.
Can I read to you what I'm going to read in court? So, like, or do you want me to wait till I'm in court? Tell me if I should change anything.
Well, I want you just to speak from your heart, but go ahead.
It is from my heart. I just wrote it today, though.
I mean, well, I know it's from your heart, but I don't want you to change anything. I want you to.
Oh, well, I don't want it. If it's bad, then if I say something wrong, I don't want. I said, to the families of Dom and Davian, I've said it a million times, but I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see that I could never let this happen or do it on purpose. I'm just heartbroken. I wish I could take all your pain away. Long live the boys. And then to you guys, I'm not going to say what I wrote you guys. So then I have a little thing for you guys. And then I said, I pray one day that people won't see me as the monster they are making me out to be. Thank you. And then I'm going to sit down.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Baby, you don't have to say anything to us. We know who you are, and we know who you are.
No, I'm going to say something to you because it's a statement.
Okay.
It's for like everyone.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. I can't wait for this part to be over and for the pain and you know what I mean, and the healing and it's just so awful all the time.
Yeah.
But we will never stop. Ever. Never, ever, never. You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
It's just so weird. I don't know.
This is what I want you to focus on. Even after she throws your life away on Monday, because you know she's going to with the way she was talking. Okay?
She's like Mackenzie, like, clearly did this on purpose. Like, what the fuck?
So hold on, listen.
I knew it. I should have known and trusted my gut. But Jim was like, no, like, that's just how she is. Like, because I knew, I was like, what's her name? Her bailiff, it gives me the most, like, foul, dirty looks every single time I go to court.
Really?
Her bailiff would just be, like, looking at me, like, disgusted, like, the most disgusted face. I should have known. And then how she kept being mean to Jim that one day. I don't know if he was in the courtroom.
I don't know. No, I wasn't that ever.
So I should have known, like.
But listen, this is what I want you to focus on after Monday. Okay? Go to school, right? Go to school, get a job, and take care of your health. That's all. Connect with your friends and family, and that's all I want you to focus on.
I can't wait for, like, my friends to come see me. You can bring my friends sometimes. Like, it could just be, like, so.
Yeah. We'll just go get a hotel there every weekend.
For them, that's just going to be a lot of money spent.
No, it's not.
So while she's in lockup, going to court and prison or wherever they send her after, or whatever this is about, because I was chatting with Kylie, not really paying attention, her mother's telling her, we'll throw a party every weekend. We'll go to the hotels. We'll come see you. We'll come to court. We'll come to jail, whatever. Whatever you want, honey, whatever. You did nothing wrong. We're going to get you out of this. This is how this works. I'm going to send you all the Harry Potter books. I'm going to send you the best makeup. This girl in jail, how she makes money, her side hustle, and you're going to hear how she illegally collects money through her mother and makes jewelry and clothing fashion for people while she's in prison. Her mother sent her sewing kits so she could do this illegal business while she sits in prison. Well, I'm sure somebody's listening to it now. I hope the shit's taken away from her. She's busted. Okay.
Yes, it is. You're already spending so much money on me, like, trying to help me.
So, Candy,
I feel bad, though. Like, what if we run out of money?
I feel bad? Holy shit.
Like, what if it's just, like, a lost cause and you do all this fighting and then it's like, damn, I just wasted, like, hella money, like.
First of all, it's not a waste. You are never a waste, and it's never a lost cause, okay? And you're my baby. Baby, I love you.
Yeah, we just need, like, I don't know, like, what if, like, they don't even let us appeal? Like, what if they say no? But, like, I don't know.
Well, one step at a time.
And then they say we don't appeal, and then I'm like, damn, well, then that's just, I just have to fucking come out of jail when I'm 85 years old. Like,
don't live there.
I'm just looking at the worst now, because, like, every time I hope for the best, the worst happens. So, like, I don't know.
So this was during trial. And you hear her talking about exactly what she's going through now. We heard Brian Etten say we think she's had now 3 appeals denied, but the last one was her attorney's fault. She's trying to claim misrepresentation during her trial, and I kind of sort of agree with her. I don't think the guy did a very good job. I see how Mackenzie could have fought this. I'm not sticking up for Mackenzie. I think Mackenzie should do at minimum 15 years. I think she should go through one appeal, be denied. I mean, one, what do they call it? I can't think, parole meeting. Be denied once and spend at least another 10 years. This girl is very immature. She has not grown at all since she's been in prison, and you hear that from people who are in prison with her and get out. People with, not prison, she's in a jail right now. I would say like a county jail. Not now. Now I think she's been moved to a prison. I'm not exactly sure how they did this, but she's been moved several times. And you hear her as she gets moved in these phone calls, getting moved. And I love this place and I hate this place, and making fun of the girl that's by her that's really has mental health issues because they put her in protective custody. She complains about protective custody. I mean, there are like hundreds of these calls. I don't know how many are out there, but I've listened to many of them and I'm still finding new ones. So we're going to be going through these for a while, but I don't want it to be my only content. So this is almost over and we're going to get to, I think what I'm going to do next is show you where to go. some pictures of her in the hospital. And then we are going to start with Tyler, who is an ex-boyfriend she cheated on Dominic with.
What to do?
So
I'd be hoping for the best, and then it's just horrible.
Today, that's it. There's nothing else other than today. Right?
Yeah. I'm about to, I don't know. I'm about to go to try to do messaging after I get off this call with you.
God, I hope it works. You probably have 8 million.
I know, I'd be like turning it on and having like 14, 11 like messages. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, and try to tell them to like not send super crazy long messages. Stacy's cool. I can't just handle the long messages from everyone though.
Everybody does?
Actually, never mind. Just don't even say anything. Not everybody does, but sometimes it's like hard to do the long messages because I can't reply to like.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I'm irritated that like this fucking terminal's broken.
Well, wait, Candy, I don't want to tell people. I just let people talk how they want because I don't want to do that.
No, I said just don't. I said just don't.
Yeah, no. Let them do their thing.
Because it helps them just as much as it helps me.
Exactly, right. And I know it's hard to respond like that, but...
You have 1 minute left.
Well, will you tell them that, like, I can't, like, see the message while I'm sending my reply, so I might not reply to everything they say to me?
Yes, that I'll do, for sure.
And please don't forget to change my Instagram bio. Try to get into that one Instagram account and change my name to that
If
other.
they ain't hating...
You doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong. Okay. Kenzie, that may look bad right now. Okay? I'll put Free Kenzie on there, but that's going to look bad.
All right, do hashtag Free Kenzie, hashtag innocent.
There
hashtag,
you go.
Hashtag, just do all the hashtags in that bitch and delete my bio. Just do the hashtags in my bio. But I love you so much, Mom. I'm going to call you again in a little bit after
You're really done to GoFundMe on it?
No. But, like, it's done. It's done with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true.
And then do Long Live Dom, Long Live Davion in my bio, too.
Okay.
Spell their name out. But I love you so much, Mom.
I love you, too. I'll talk to you soon. I hope you can open those messages. Me, too.
I'm going to try. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Love you, bye.
What language you speak, we all need protection. Braid. Protection.
This is close ass case, first 48. First 48.
Hey. Yes.
So the reason
whatever you need us to do.
that is Mackenzie at a concert, after Dominic had passed away. Within the first few months, she went to 2 concerts. She went to a Halloween party dressed as a zombie or unalived person, and it affected the families. That's what we're going to listen to in my next live. We're going to listen to how the sisters talk to each other about the things Mackenzie did together. I'm actually going to clip it because they talk a lot about their real lives too, and I don't want to steal all of the sisters' content. She has a really good channel going, and I think you guys need to listen to how their families have been affected by what this young lady did. This is what Mackenzie was doing before she got arrested after getting out of the hospital. This is how she would dress in front of Dominic's family, in front of friends. This is how she would meet people. She was very in tune with modeling and her body. She went to school to be a nutritionist. You're going to learn that in the jailhouse calls as we listen to them. And now she's teaching people in jail how nutrition and stuff. And you heard her talk about her noodles, and she can't poop in some of these. Like, they get really interesting. She's very childish and immature for what she did. Now, me, unlike Dominic and Davion's family, coming from a family who had a brother who unalived somebody at a very young age, I understand the mentality, and I've been through that and lived it, and I do believe this girl needs to be fucking punished. However, I'm a mom. I have moments where others don't see sorrow coming from Mackenzie. There are times I feel bad for her, and I think it's because she's a beautiful young lady. She's young, and we all have kids. Could you imagine your daughter and her boyfriend always fighting, a domestic? So what they're trying to push is that there was a domestic relationship between Mackenzie and Dominic, and that a few weeks prior to Mackenzie crashing into the wall, that Dominic had what they wouldn't release in court, or didn't release the full context of it, what they're fighting right now is they didn't release, and we're going to listen to the whole Brian Etten video that we listened to the other day. They wouldn't release the text messages between Mackenzie and Dominic's mother a couple weeks prior, where they said Dominic had grabbed the wheel and tried to make them run off the road or something, or wreck, while they were in the car. However, here's my problem with this. Mackenzie's claiming she has a medical condition and could have went into a seizure. But you're going to hear Landon and Tyler talk. I think Tyler talks about it too. Talk about how she was completely awake when they came to get her. There's no way Mackenzie in jail will say, why did they bring me back to life just to put me in jail? Mackenzie was never knocked out, never in a coma. She spoke in the ambulance. However, I do think the police made a big critical error. They was saying that Dominic's name was Jacob, and they kept saying it and saying that during the arrest, Mackenzie didn't tell them Dominic's name, and there was 2 instances where you could catch on camera that Mackenzie did. So I'm looking at this from a court standpoint, okay? These are things I think could win Mackenzie an appeal. However, I think the evidence is very strong that Mackenzie purposely put her foot on. It don't matter what happened 3 weeks ago. She didn't die when that happened. Now, she did die when you seen this, and there's no way next to her Dominic could put his foot on the pedal. And you got to remember, Davion was in the back, and he was an innocent bystander that barely ever been in the car with her. He barely knew them. Watch how fast. Even in a seizure situation, your leg would move. There's no way it would hit the gas pedal. In my opinion, Mackenzie did this on purpose. The fact that she said to her mother in the emergency room in that pig Latin language, that's a picture of their car. In the pig Latin language, she said to her mother something along the lines of, can't we just tell them I had a seizure? All right. We're going to listen to Tyler.
Was mentally all there. Like, I personally feel like she was trying to.
Were you physically, sexually?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name is Drip Drop, and I'll be your host as always. Tonight, I present you a very special interrogation. And yeah, we're multi-award winning here at Crime Circus and the Crime Circus Cult. For those of you that are new, welcome. I have 2 channels. Link down below for my other one. Anyways, this is Mackenzie that you're seeing on the screen right here. Mackenzie's 17 years old and she was in a really bad car accident and 2 men died. Yeah. Gentlemen. Shout out to all my new Patreons. Link down below. I opened up a free tier. There's no strings attached and no catches. Because of this, that's why I did it, because I care about you, the viewer. Free or paid, the choice is yours. Check it out. Today we're going to hear from her ex-boyfriend Tyler, and he's going to reveal all the dirty deets of their relationship and the friend group. Yeah, he's got some dirty deets that you don't want to miss. Stay tuned for that. First, let's check out Mackenzie's TikTok. This is what actually got her arrested.
I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die. I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die.
Well, what do you think? Would you have arrested her after seeing that? Speaking of arrest, here's some footage of Mackenzie being arrested.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it.
Do you want my cuffs?
No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here. I'm not gonna tighten these, okay? We don't want to hurt you. You good? Are they good? Thank you. All right. This screws are right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car and we did not.
Okay. Do you have anything I can anything like that?
We're pockets of this.
We're gonna watch your head going in. Going. I'm not gonna hurt you. You okay?
Mackenzie almost died in that car accident, but away. Stay tuned until the end of this video and you'll see me again. I'll give you case updates. I'll tell you if she was sentenced, how long she was sentenced for, and if the ex-boyfriend was involved in any way. Without further ado.
We understand you're not under arrest.
Yeah.
You walk out anytime you want. We have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. First thing is, how long have you known Mackenzie?
Probably when I moved to Strongsville, so 9th grade. I came here probably when I was 16. I came from Brook Park.
So how old are you now?
18. Actually, I was probably 15 when I came here. So
15?
Yeah.
And so how long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first, and Joey dated her first before I came to Strongsville, and then I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months, and then she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings. Like with whatever happened, I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other and nothing, but it was kind of like, why didn't you tell Dom? And Dom would ask her like, are you leading him on and stuff like that, and she would just lie to him. And then that's basically it. Like they were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off, because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then we kind of just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? And we're just friends around when she turned 16, I think, because I would let her birthday dinner with her family and stuff like that. And then after that, she had a party like Dom, me, AJ, Joey, Ambry, Megan, Natalie, and Kenzie. And that was probably like when we stopped being intimate, was around her birthday. And after we went to Kalahari, and then it was just her and Dom after that.
Okay. Can you explain what you mean by intimate?
Like kissing or hugging or just like anything that like would happen in a relationship, you know what I mean?
Were you physically, sexually?
No, we never had sex, but we would make out.
Who's Joey?
Joey Probes. He dated her. He's like one of my best friends, but he dated her. I know before I came to Strongsville for a little bit. I don't know.
Okay. She was younger than 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said.
I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties. My internet just quit working out of nowhere. I had to shut everything down. Give me a moment. I'm going to pull that fucking video back up and fix this. Let me know you can hear me. Give me 1 second here, guys.
What was she like as your girlfriend?
I mean, like, she's kind of just like how you would explain any girls, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all over the place in some ways, and like, they don't know what they want. And she would say stuff like towards the crazy side. I remember conversations with her when she couldn't like decide what she wanted, like between me and Dom, kind of. She would be like, she's like, oh, I love Dom so much, this and that, but like, he's mad at me for all of this. And I'm just like, well, yeah, like, why wouldn't he be like, you need to like, just go stay with Dom because I'm not going to be with you no more after this. Like, I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. I was like, I don't got no problems with you or anything like that. We can all still be friends. You need to go talk to Dom about like your personal issues and stuff because that's your relationship with him. Like, and she would tell me like how she, because we all obviously smoked weed, but she would say stuff like, I don't even get high anymore, stuff like that. Like, she was crazy. Like, our group chat, there was some days like we would all be getting ready for school, and she would be sitting there spam calling the group chat to the point where like we can't pick it up to even like answer it because she's just calling and declining and calling and declining. And then we finally do pick it up, and it was something as small as I can't figure out what I need to wear to school. It's like all of us, like it was everyone that went to Kalahari that was in that group chat. So it's like, why are you blowing us all up just over something as little as you can't figure out what you're trying to wear to school? Like, she would be like just
She like mentally just not all there? I mean,
Yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like, I personally feel like she was trying to in that crash, and she failed on doing so, is what I feel like. And I feel like she had no regard for Davion. And I feel like they got in an argument, her and Dom, and she threatened to kill him.
Had she ever threatened that before?
She hasn't ever threatened to hurt anyone, but she's threatened probably like, she hasn't like physically said like, I'm gonna kill you, but she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, made it to the point where
alluded to it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, where she's just like, I hate life, like shit like that. And like, but we were all obviously like there for her, still trying to be friends with her and stuff like that. But our friend group probably fell out with Kenzie around like after 10th grade. And that's kind of when like all of us stopped being friends with just her. We were all cool with her still. Just because she's so like crazy. She'll blow everyone's phone up. She's all over the place with everything. And then she's just in general like kind of a shady person. She's like a snake. Like, she'll go and talk shit to everyone about everyone. And then like, you know what I'm saying? She'll go talk shit about me to someone else, and then she'll go talk shit about to that person to me. You know what I'm saying? But she would do it with everyone through multiple friend groups because of the type of person she was. Like, she doesn't have no regard for other people.
Did you guys ever fight when you were dating?
No. I mean, like
argue?
Nah, not for real.
Nothing?
Nah, because I didn't really like like that. Like, I don't even think that it got to a point with me and her like that. But like, I've said things about her since. Like, maybe she's heard about it, but like,
this is a Crime Circus presentation.
like I said again, I don't have no actual problems with her. I wouldn't go up to her and be like fuck you, like shit like that. Because even after 10th grade, I was dating this girl Haley, and we all went to Cedar Point. Me, Dom, Kenzie, and Haley. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with Dom or Kenzie even after all of that stuff. Because we went to Cedar Point with us four probably in like 11th grade. And I remember Cedar Point, and we were all about to get on the ride, and Dom was on a phone call, and she couldn't just wait for him to get off the phone call. And she was like, get on this ride now, or like, she was sitting again. She's like, I can't right now. And I was like, do you want us to just wait for him to get off the phone? She's like, no, you guys can just go. And then we go on the ride and we come back, and she like kicked Dom away from us to where it was just me, Haley, and Kenzie. And she was just like, I'm about to break up with him and just leave him. She was just saying stuff like that. And then like, I texted Dom and I'm like, yo, you trying to go on a couple rides or something like that? Like, where you at? I'll come link up with you and they can just do whatever they're trying to do. Like, so because she was sitting there, she's always threatened and was disrespectful to Dom in my eyes.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. She would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him. But she would tell everyone. And, like, she truly believed in that kind of stuff. And she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom, because I'm friends with I'm related to Dom by religion and law.
Okay, so apparently I haven't seen the court footage yet. Yeah, she is in prison on a 15 to life sentence in Ohio. She is eligible for parole in 15 years, and the family wants to keep her name out there and keep it covered. They want everything Mackenzie does to be out there in the public so that they have a chance to fight the parole board. They just want to keep this going. Dominic's sister wants to start a bill in Dominic's name, something like the Son of Sam bill, which I've been talking about in Summer's case, actually, interestingly enough. And she wants to add to it because when that bill was made, it didn't include social media. She wants to add social media to it because of what Mackenzie and her mother has done. Yes, she got life in prison, but she's eligible for parole in 15 years. And it's a big movie right now. Yeah, you might have. And they made a movie or a story about it on Netflix called The Crash. It's really big right now, and she was just denied her appeal a few days ago. So it's in the news. Everybody's covering it. All the interrogations are out. They're releasing all of the stuff from court, like the text messages, and this is just something we're going to be covering this for quite some time. It's going to be my second case, and I hope you will join, because this is a very interesting case, and it gets intermingled and intertwined in the relationships and the boyfriends and girlfriends and friends list, the friend groups, and how they work. And I mean, it's a sad case, but it's something that could happen to any one of us as parents. We need to watch our children. It's something that needs to, in my opinion, be out in the media, and the families are welcoming people to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Jail calls are being released. Can I talk to you later in life when Lawson had a whole... Yeah, Blue Solo, this is what I'm going to say to you. I am right now not covering Summer Wells. It's derailment, because then I have to talk about Summer, and I want to keep this live a little separate. However, I do need to speak to you about, one, your math problem, and two, Kenny Lawson, Mike Lawson, another Lawson I talked about earlier. You can go watch my earlier live if you're not interested in this. I did cover that today, earlier in the day, and I do look forward to speaking to you again very soon. However, tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going away for the weekend. I will be back Monday, and when I come back, you and I can hold a conversation. I would really appreciate that. But for right now, we're going to keep this off Summer. All right? Thank you, and I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to Tyler.
He's my god stepbrother, god cousin-in-law. So
God cousin-in-law.
Yeah, I
heard that.
I've never heard of that.
I actually just heard. I recently heard that. Okay.
Yeah, because my godmother Markella, and then Markella is about to marry Johnny, which is someone in Dom's family. So that would have made him my cousin-in-law.
So let me ask you this. In talking to your mom, you mentioned that there were threats that Mackenzie made towards you when you guys were dating.
I honestly don't know why my mom ended up coming to the police station, because she's also I mean, I understand why, because she's related to Dom and them, but I would have rather just came.
Okay, this part's interesting, because what you're going to hear is his mother came to the police station. I guess this officer was told that these people were threatening this guy. He's not to come forward and talk to the police, and this guy's saying, no, that's not really what happened. What happened was my mom's related to them, and she twisted shit. I wish she wouldn't have came here and talked to you. This is what really happened. But you're going to hear more about the party they attended that morning at 6 a.m. or before 6. They got up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and went to somebody's house and had a party. Not a party, but weed smoking and possible mushrooms, although it didn't show up in her system. Okay.
And you guys myself and told my story instead of her trying to get whatever she got out of it, because when I talked to her, it was the day that they died. So
But did you mention anything to her about
I've mentioned that she's threatened Dom, but it's not.
Have you ever heard Mackenzie threaten Dom?
Yeah, I mean, at the like I said, at Cedar Point, she was threatening him to leave him there and stuff like that. And then going back to it, we were in this candy shop, and this was after they had gotten over arguing and everything like that. She was like, either buy me something or shut the fuck up. No one's trying to listen to you. She just basically used them to force money almost. And on her TikTok and stuff, Dom would always buy her designer, and she would always post on her TikTok as if she bought the designer. And she would be calling out other people, trying to call them broke with her stuff and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, she's just kind of all over it.
Did she have money?
I don't. She didn't have no job. I mean, she worked with my stepsister at Dunkin' Donuts for a little bit. That's all I know. And then she my stepsister would tell me that she was just rude to everyone, all of it. She just didn't care. She was just rude to people. She didn't work there no more than.
So the threats to Dom, were any of them threats other than I'm gonna dump you? Were there ever threats
Threats of harm?
She's probably, I don't know. I think she's only threatened to harm herself. I don't really think she said that she was going to kill him or anything like that. That's why I think she was trying to kill herself. She crashed. And I think that she didn't have no regard for Davion in the back seat. And she was in an argument with Dom, so it was just a win-win for her.
How do you know she was in an argument with Dom?
I don't know that. That's just what I think. Okay. Because the Life 360 said they were going. I mean, to go down that road, 120, like, I feel like you got to be just like mad or something because, like, what are you doing? Like,
so let's go on. Let me ask you about this. Her driving.
You know, reckless for sure. My girlfriend would drive with her. She's like, in general. So like that obviously is a part of it. But to be going down a progress 100 is also not just reckless driving. Like there's got to be something going on for you. It's not just a fun factor. Like because Davion and Dom aren't that stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have said something. I feel like.
When you rode with her, did you ever see her get in a road rage incidents? Did you ever?
Yeah, she's definitely just not like a continuous road rage, but it's like, come on, like you're going, like, you know,
just screaming at people.
Yeah, like,
so how often did you? I know you dated. Were you ever in the car with her?
I was only in the car with her a couple of times, really, and her driving the Cedar Point being one of them.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, that was the time where she was just like aggravated and stuff like that.
So Cedar Point is very close to me, and I said I wasn't going to talk about Summer, but it's also where Linda P. Fiazzo is from. It's up in the Cleveland area of Ohio where this happened, up near Strongsville. Strongsville was the community it happened in. I guess it's like a small community. Oh, yay, Colleen, I'm so happy. Thank you for being here. Okay. So let's listen.
Like just from like on the way home.
Cedar Point's an awesome amusement park. I haven't been there since I was a little kid, and I don't remember it, but everybody raves about it, and I'm hoping to go there. If not this summer, next summer. I have a lot of plans this summer.
For example, she's obviously agitated from the argument with her and Dom and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like, oh, chill out, Kenzie, like just drive.
Like, is she just a fast driver, or is she like not a good driver?
Like she's a good driver.
Not a good driver. Okay.
I just like she's careless in general with everything.
When you were with her and hung out with her, did you ever know her to make fun of people, be mean to people?
Everyone can say that. Everyone can vouch for that. Like she's a bully. Like that's. I know that when Davion and Don died, for some reason, stuff like that. She was saying like, I'm trying to get people to hurt her and stuff like that. She was instantly coming out to get me, and I'm just like, bro, like leave me alone. Like I'm not trying to deal with you and what's going on right now. Like I'm literally like, that was part of the reasons why I kind of didn't want to come in here and talk about her, is because I don't want to be dealing with extra stuff with her. Talk to police, and she's out there trying to make more rumors. Like Dom obviously was cool with me because Dom was trying to help me buy my car and stuff like that. Like the car that I have now, Dom helped me find. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just makes no sense to say Dom wasn't cool with me.
Right.
And then I know that she did the pendulum, which is to talk to Dom. Like after he's dead, she did the pendulum with him.
That's where I stopped before my computer went crazy. So that's where she did the pendulum. Here's what's odd about the pendulum. Dominic's family joined her in doing so. You're going to hear that later on in the case, but for right now, keep that in the back of your mind when you think about this in trial, if you're looking at it at a legal standpoint from an appeal. Dominic's family was involved. Would that be something you would fight about in court if mentioned? Because I heard it was mentioned in court. However, they acted as if Dominic's family wasn't there with her helping to do this, and they don't also believe in this stuff because some of them do. Anyways, I'm going to let you listen.
Anthony and Abby.
And so what came of that?
Anthony, he asked if Dom really liked me. He said that her jaw dropped, and Abby also told me the same thing, that Kenzie.
Who's Abby and who's
Abby is Dom's cousin, and Anthony is dating Abby. What he does. I think he's dating her again now.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. So when they did the pendulum thing, your understanding,
This is the Crime Circus
did anybody ask what caused the accident?
I mean, I don't want anyone in the family to get mad at me or what they have personally told me, because I know that people in this family believe in the pendulum, so I don't want to
Right.
anything.
No, we know that they do. I know his dad does.
Yeah, and his dad said that he did the pendulum, and that he says that Dom doesn't want anything to happen to her, and he wants, and he said that Dom forgives her, and that he also said Dom said that she's gonna be okay, that nothing's gonna happen to her. Like, she's gonna be fine and get out of this, basically, is what they said at the pendulum. But I think Uncle Frank is kind of, which is Dom's dad, I just refer to him as Uncle Frank. I think he's kind of just like, because when I talked to him because Kenzie was saying that I went and vandalized the memorial, which is not true at all. Like, I would never, like, why would I go and vandalize them? She kept on making tons of stuff up about me. I don't know why, like, I really don't. And it kind of just hurt me more, like, because, like, why? Like, I don't know if it's because I dated her before. I don't know what it is, like, but I talked to Uncle Frank, and he said that he was going to talk to Kenzie and make sure everything stops. And he was just like, everyone.
So Frank, I believe, is Dominic's father or uncle. I'm pretty sure father. And Mackenzie, excuse me, guys, 1 second. This fucking bowl is like a cannon. And when I hit it, I cough minutes later. I apologize. Okay. Uncle Frank is this young man Tyler's uncle, but he is also Dominic's cousin. Uncle Frank, when Mackenzie got out of the hospital, her and Tyler are exes. He said they didn't have sex, however, they messed around. She cheated on Dom with him. And afterwards, Tyler, you're going to hear him explain their friend group, okay? He explains it in depth if you didn't hear it already. However, he's going to tell you he quit hanging out with them because of Mackenzie, and so did other people because of the way Mackenzie was. Now, Mackenzie and Dom, she was 17, but they had been together since she was 12 or 13. She had been a part of their family, he a part of their family. They had been together for 4 years, since middle school, almost elementary school. Okay, let's listen to this so I could clip loose all those comments.
One talking shit about each other is just gonna keep things going and keep people mad at each other. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, I haven't talked to anybody about anything. Like, I've just been trying to handle this on my own. Like, because I was really closer to Davion than I was Dom. I was just getting close with Dom again. But
so since her arrest, what's been being said?
Nothing really. I ever since I talked to Uncle Frank, I haven't heard her say anything about me really, which was low key like the first month it happened really. Like, that's after I talked to Uncle Frank, everything that she said about me stopped kind of. So, which that made me like feel bad.
You ever talked to Dominic's mom?
No, I haven't talked to Dominic's mom. Like, she feels basically the opposite of how he feels. But when I talked to Uncle Frank, he was telling me like he feels cheated in a way too, because every time he would go to hang out with Dom, he was busy doing something with Kenzie, which was also the case for me. Every time I asked him to hang out, I don't think he wanted to hang out because he didn't want to hang out with me and Kenzie, because I think he knew, like, he got the idea that Kenzie didn't really like me. I think he act as in not liking me when he was around Kenzie, because I don't know why Kenzie would go around and actually believe that he didn't like me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he really
So,
thank you.
What do you Have you witnessed or heard from your friends or your girlfriend? You mentioned your girlfriend about Mackenzie driving.
Yeah, my girlfriend just said that she's a bad driver, really. Just over like.
Any examples?
I remember one instance that, because I'm pretty sure Rosie Brown, her dad's a cop, and this was after Kenzie had crashed. She was saying something about like, she was basically making fun of Rosie going the speed limit, like after she had crashed. And it's like, what are you saying, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but she was just saying something like, oh, you're going 35, or like on Pearl, basically. Like, and it's like, bro, what do you mean only, like, that's the speed limit. There's a speed limit for a reason. Like, if you was going the speed limit, that would have never happened. Like, that wouldn't have been as bad as the crash as it was if you did crash at 35. Like, everybody could still be alive right now. We had Davion's like through 60. It didn't tell us that he crashed. It should have told us, but like, even if it did told us and you were going 35, someone could have came and did something, because all of our friends were out.
So here you're going to hear him talk about Live 360 and how him and his friend group had Live 360. The officer's going to talk about that with him. Now, because I want to move this along a little bit, and I've already been on an hour and 10 minutes, what I'm going to do is leave this up. We're still going to listen to all of it, but I'm going to bring Landon Bubba in, and we're going to listen to Landon. How long have I been on this? 20 minutes. So we're going to listen to Landon for 20 minutes, and then we will come back to Tyler.
At 12:56, we are at Marietta College PD, and we are here with Landon Turner and his dad. Can I get your name, sir? Mike. Mike, thank you. All right, Landon. So, where do you know Davian?
Oh boy, he went to my elementary school. We weren't like the closest back in elementary. We weren't the closest. I'd say about middle school. That's when we got really close in middle school, and then high school year, he decided to join football, so that brought us even closer. I think what made us the closest was COVID. COVID made us really close. Oh yeah, we would stay up all night. Me, him, Fayez, EJ. We'd all stay up play Modern Warfare all the time and just talk about school, talk about football, all that stuff. That's where I guess that's where we got really close at, and that's when we started hanging out every day. I started treating him like a brother to me. He was one of my best friends. He also came to all of my birthday parties for how many years in a row. We'd always wrestle outside my front yard. We'd always have a wrestling match, me and him. Every year it'd always be like, it'd be 50-50. One of us would win. We just don't know who. I think the last time we fought, I think he won. I'm pretty sure. I haven't been able to get him back yet.
He's a strong dude. He was a running back.
Oh, yeah, he was strong dude, and he'd always put like cocoa butter on his skin, so it'd always be slippery too. So
really?
We would try to grab onto him or something. He would just slide because he'd always put all that cocoa butter and lotion on.
Didn't know that. See, that's good. So, I'm very sorry about your loss. Really, I know you tell me how close you guys are, and I can't imagine what you're feeling truly. And I'm not trying to, underestimate here the pain that you're probably still going through. And once you come back to the Ville, you're gonna see the memories in person, the places you guys used to go to, and it's going to be hard. And I hope, my words will give you some level of comfort in knowing that we just want to know more about him. So you've known him since elementary school, really.
Yeah.
And that's a very long time. But there's a specific period of time that I'm interested in, and that's the time when he kind of moved out of the house, was it last year, and he kind of stayed with you. Can you tell me about that?
So he came to me one day and he was asking me, he was like, hey, could I stay at your house for a week? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I got a whole extra room for you. Don't worry about it. And when he came, he stayed there. He ended up signing it was going to be a lot more long term. And I knew he got kicked out but I didn't know the reasons why. I mean, after he moved back, I found out why he got kicked out. But the reason he told me originally was not the same reason. He told me that him and his parents just couldn't get along, and that he would come home too late at night. He was breaking curfew every night, and his parents didn't like it. I later found out from them that it was because he was more aggressive, I guess, in the house. He was an aggressive person. He would like throw dressers in the wall. He put a hole through his mom's door or something like that. And but we would always be out. We'd always go out. I mean, some nights we would take my mom's car. And I got caught for doing that one time, but we would take my mom's car, we would take my car, my dad's car. We'd go out and we'd just drive and just talk about life, talk about his struggles, talk about my struggles. He was a very, very, very mentally down person. He was down mentally bad. Like everything in his life, he thought it was going against him. Girls from school would make fun of him, would do all.
So Davion had a very hard life. He was adopted, him and his two sisters. He was welcomed things in life he wouldn't have had without his adoptive family. However, him and his adopted family don't always get along because of Davion's rough past. He's been through a lot. They've been through the foster system. You will hear in my next live about this, his sister, and she spoke at trial too, but you'll hear his sister talk about her life growing up and being in the foster system, and she had a lot of medical problems. Davion was the oldest, and he often took care of his sisters. He was always there for them, and it's devastating to them. However, his parents love him, his adopted parents, very much, and you're going to learn that as you listen to this case. All right.
All this talk behind his back. Really? They would talk to him for weeks on end, trying to get him to be in a relationship, and then end up playing with him or screwing him over ultimately. He never really felt welcome. I feel like because me and him, we would talk at night and stuff. We could relate. Like he was the only other person mentally that I could relate to. I feel like, and he felt like that nobody was there for him. Like he had no one had his back a lot of the times, and he knew that I had his back forever. Like he knew I'd always have his back, but he just felt like. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a lot more. I know some of his family. There a lot of stuff he was not on good terms with his family like that. I know he loved his sisters to death. He loved them to death. But his parents, his dad, I think wasn't his dad the one that coordinated them moving back in. It was his dad. He was more cool with his dad than he was with his mom. Like he really didn't. If he were to go to ask anyone to be his dad, it wouldn't be his mom. Okay, basically.
So Wonder, true crime audio.
Mentally down. Was he? So you've known him since elementary school. So when did you start seeing, those signs? Was it toward high school or all along?
A lot towards high school. I'd say it all started in high school mainly. I don't know the family side of it. I don't know if the family thing has been there his whole life, but I know with social interactions and friends and girls and stuff like that, that all started happening in high school.
He was adopted, right?
Yeah.
Did he ever talk about that? Was that part of the beef with them?
Yeah, he I can't remember what he would say about it, but him being adopted, it was a big factor in that he felt like he just didn't belong in the house, and
they did not love him and welcome him, or he just felt as an outsider.
I mean, both, I guess. I mean, his mom, because I sat there after we found out he passed away. His mom would sit there and tell us about how she would just run through his room, completely flip it upside down, searching it, and would just make his life like a living hell, basically. And that's what he would always tell me, basically, is how his mom would just make his life a living hell, basically, and that he didn't feel welcome in the family. I don't know if he didn't feel loved, if he didn't feel like that, or if he just felt like he was an outsider. But
He didn't fit in.
Yeah, he just didn't fit in.
So, do you think his mentally down was a result of that, or do you think the school contributed to it, like the way he was treated at school?
I think it was both. I think it was a combination of both because he was always like the more socially type kid. Like whenever he walked in the room, no matter if he was down or not, he was making you smile. You loved the kid to death. And I just feel like both were overwhelming and like he couldn't do that as much at school because that's what he would love to do. He'd love to make people laugh. He'd love to make people feel like they're at home. And once that started going away because he started getting a little bit more down, I think it was just a factor of both colliding at him. Like he would go home, he couldn't escape anything from home, but then he would go to school and he really couldn't escape anything from school.
Gotcha. So I know, was it last season, third game, he got injured.
Right. He tore like 30 different things in his leg or broke something like that.
And after that, did you get a chance to talk to him about what the impact of not having football and having this injury had done to him?
I know that he was down about it. He was really down. I don't know, like, I think it was more because he couldn't, like, fully get to his full potential. I feel like he was disappointed that he couldn't show the team and prove the team wrong pretty much. Because, like, prior to him becoming the starting running back, all the teammates were joking. Like, no one really had faith in being a starting running back. And when he would play in practice and stuff like that, we'd be like, oh, like, everyone would be like, oh, we're going to have to find a new running back. Like, we're going to have to find a new running back. And I feel like it was Davion's, like, biggest goal to prove everybody wrong. And then when he went down that third game, I feel like that's what hit him the most was that he couldn't prove everyone wrong and prove to them that he is, like, the player that he thinks he is.
Was he bullied or hazed on the football team?
No.
No? Like, would he be the kind of guy, like, if they're like, hey, you know, after a game or something or before a game, shove him in a locker and mess with him? Like,
yeah, we never did that to, like, each other, I guess, but, like, Dave was still looked at no matter, like, because it's such a weird relationship. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, everyone loved that kid to death, but yet they would still mess around with him. So it was like, I feel like Dave couldn't tell if it was love or hate. I feel like he didn't know if people were truly loved him or if they just truly didn't like him and that they thought he was a weirdo.
Gotcha.
I feel like that was his biggest thing too. And because everyone showed love to him, no matter what time of the day it was. It was after the game when we're out partying. If it's during the game, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody's showing him love.
Who did he date, if anybody?
Ooh.
The most recent, I would say.
The most recent that I remember, her name was Heather. That's the most recent I remember. And that was, like, actually one of the only, like, public relationships that I knew he had. Like, that everybody knew he had a girlfriend. That was, like, the first girlfriend that everyone knew that he had a girlfriend at that time.
Do you know the time period? Was it senior year, junior year?
Beginning senior year. I'm thinking beginning senior year because it's when he still had his Dodge Dart, his cars and stuff like that. It's when he still had all of his white Dodge Dart and stuff.
And did they break up or were they?
Yeah, they ended up breaking up. I don't think it ended up working out. I think it was him that broke up with her. I'm pretty sure.
So he wasn't in a relationship when he passed away.
No, not then. I don't think so. No.
So who would you describe as his clique, his closest friends? Like the dudes or girls, he would kind of gravitate to outside. Like if you got nothing going.
We got halfway through this. Lou Solo, I thought you knew how to come on panel. You've been on my panel a few times. I just threw you the link. Scroll up. It's in the chat. Grab it and come on like you always do. I'll put it again. I'm going to have to change the title of this. My live just got a bit longer. Okay. We're going to continue to listen until he grabs a link. He just gave me some information possibly pertaining to the Summer Wells case. I don't know how. And what he's saying in my chat, caught attention. Blue Solo always leaves suspense on my channel. I like you too, Blue Solo, but I hope this isn't just another drunken night. I would like you to grab a link so that I could share the clips of comments you just left in my chat you keep saying you're leaving. He just told me he was scared and told me there was a company that registered 2 trucks, had 20, and ran stuff, and he did it with them, and now he's going into hiding. That's what Blue Solo literally just told me. If he doesn't grab a link, we'll cover it tomorrow. However, I clipped every comment he left, and I also left him the link to come up on panel right now and speak to us. However, if he doesn't, I'm going to continue the live that I'm having about Shrilla because I don't know nothing about this, and I have to look at the comments he left and figure this out if he's not going to come up and speak. But I think it's important that we look at it. So Blue Solo, please, if you want to, please grab a link. Until then, I'm going to go on to listen to Landon Turner, aka Bubba's interview about Davion. Let me give you a quick rundown. Bubba, his nickname, was Blue Solo came on. And it's him. Hey, Blue.
How can I talk? I hear an echo.
You got to shut your YouTube down. Just be on the StreamYard link.
Oh, shit.
I haven't seen your face in a long time. How you been? Oh, and he went down. Grab it again, Blue. All right, let me let this play till he comes back. Actually, you know what? You know what we'll do while we're waiting? This is a 2-minute video. This is the route that Mackenzie took that day, the fatal day of Dominic and Davion.
Progress Drive in Strongsville, Ohio. It is the route of the deadly crash that ended the lives of Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan. Mackenzie Shrilla was just 2 days away from her 18th birthday. She crashed into the sign, then the building at the T intersection of Progress in Alameda in 2022. She was traveling at speeds in excess of 90 miles per hour. Familiarity with this road and its condition is crucial to this case. They requested the judge visit this road as well. This route is used by both sides to argue both guilt and innocence, but with different reasons. Are the arguments based on facts or feelings? I hope to help you understand this road the way people that live over here do. This road is long with several curves and is not just a straight shot to the building. Reports indicate it would have taken the vehicle 26.5 seconds to reach speeds of 100 to 0.5 miles per hour. The car's top speed before the crash was 100 miles per hour. It is noted a responding officer stated he could not safely drive past 50 miles per hour on this road when responding to the crash due to its condition. Please note the drone is obviously traveling much slower than Mackenzie was. I will speed it up to X. First, I will upload the footage of the route. Then I will upload the footage of the route adding in the facts of the crash.
Blacking out like
I was just getting ready to unmute you. I don't know what you did. I need you to add yourself back. Oh, you're there. I see you. Never mind. You blended in with my background. You could talk now. Real quick before you
Can
talk.
you hear me?
I can, but hold on 1 minute. That short video I just showed you 1 second, Blue Solo, please, because you're derailing a live that is not about summer.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother.
No, you're okay. I want to talk to you. It's been a while. So this is Blue Solo Cup Michelle. He has been on my panel, Ziggy's panel, and Prayer Garden's panel. The last time Blue Solo and I spoke, he left my audience in suspense, talking about there was 2 children on the road that he had seen, but go watch that. This is about something different. He literally just said, and let me present what he put on my screen, my comments. Let's with the first one. Blue Solo says, I was there, I was a kid, but it happened. We hid the rugs on Ship Springs Road. I was 11. It was Ronnie, as in Ronnie Lawson, and Mike, as in Mike Lawson, who is related to Blue Solo. Stolen tractor truck of person poison rugs like prob. Do you want to explain this first comment?
Can I see my full face?
Yeah, you're on there. I see you.
I know, but I can't see the full face.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we hit a bunch of. They hit a bunch of rugs. Persian rugs.
Yeah.
The early '80s, and it was like these big Persian rugs that rolled up and stuff. They were stolen from a tractor trailer. I think. I don't know for sure. Well, I know for one.
Was it always in the rugs? Was there multiple rugs? And I'm not talking like the rugs you take. I'm talking about the rugs they rolled it up in.
No, they stole everything. Tractor trailer loads of everything. It wouldn't matter but rugs or hot water heaters or whatever.
But was it rug dealing?
No, probably. Are you saying drug dealing? Probably yes, yeah. But they stole everything. Tractor trailer loads. They had a trucking company. They registered 2 trucks, Crystal, but they had like 40 trucks running. Whoever maybe 100 trucks running, but they just registered 2 trucks, and they were stealing everything. They were stealing like hot water heaters, hundreds of $1,000s worth of windows, and shit like that, man. And when I was a kid, I remember that happening. And the guy, that guy, that guy, that Lawson guy. I don't want to say any names. I don't get sued. Of course, they're almost about dead anyway. So anyway, but they were Crystal. They were all Crystal. They were all crooks. Crystal. They were all crooks. They were all crooks. They ain't saints. They were crooks. They were running trucking companies. They were doing all kinds of goddamn shit. Crystal, I'm telling you the truth. I know you think I'm a dumbass, which I am.
I don't think you're a dumbass. I want to hear it. I want you to calm down. Calm down. Calm down. And let's talk slow because I may believe you. So let's talk about it. Okay, now thinking 1980, Ronnie was involved with hijacking.
Yeah, I don't want to say that name though. I don't want to say that name, but that was that name. That name was in there with just Mike, and I don't want to say his name either. But they was all there, man. They was in my family and shit. Okay. Ship Springs Road, Sunset, all that shit, man. It was there, man. All this stolen shit, all these trucks were coming up the house and shit. Everything been stolen stuff. It was like not just little bitty, tiny stealing stuff. It was truckloads of stuff stolen. Warehouses.
How old are you, Blue Solo?
You're gonna try to hurt me, ain't you?
Huh?
Are you gonna try to hurt me?
No, I'm not going to try to hurt you. How old are you?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 49 tomorrow.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
my birthday, it's after midnight. Woo, woo.
I'm 61.
Okay, how old is Ronnie Lawson?
I don't know. I think he's like 70, ain't he?
I don't know. We'd have to look it up to be able to collaborate this story because I thought y'all was like around the same age.
No, I think he's a lot older than me. Well,
I know in the 1980s, now thinking 1980, Ronnie, well, the man you don't want to say, was involved with hijacked and tractor loads. This was around the time that he was getting inducted into being a police officer in Hawkins County. I just watched something about that. So you're saying about
okay,
the time
okay. Do you
into
think that they ain't corrupt?
No, I don't think
I
that.
guarantee you they are.
Okay, but that's what
They're
I'm
like
saying.
Buford P. Puzzle. Hey,
I want to.
do you know anything about the sheriffs we've had in this county? In Sullivan County. I ain't talking about Hawkins. Hawkins County ain't shit, man. Sullivan County runs everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when our county? You remember when our judge ran into a person and almost killed her, and then the cops was like, you better not report this, or will you be in trouble. It's not a great situation.
Sort of like the name you don't want to say, and his son, who he got a light sentence and hid his crime from his public.
I don't know nothing about his son, but I know that this person, Ron Lawson's a very powerful person, but he ain't as powerful as the people in Sullivan County. I guarantee you that.
Hold on 1 minute, Blue Solo, because I'm gonna go change the title of my live in case anybody wants to come listen to what you have to say, because I think it could be important. Go on, tell us what you know about the unnamed man.
Say it again.
I'm gonna go on mute just for a second and come off here. I want you to just tell us about this. Now thinking 1980, unnamed name was involved with hijacking tractor loads along with my family. Who in your family? I'm going away. I may not see you on Monday. This something you said, but you go ahead and explain your family part of this connection to the unnamed man you don't now want to say. I'm gonna go fix the title of my live.
Am I going to get in trouble though, Crystal? You still there?
No, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Where you going?
Just to fix my title. So start talking and I'll be back. 1 minute. Okay?
I don't want to get in trouble though.
You're not gonna. Why would you get in trouble? You came up on my panel to talk about it. Tell me about your family. Who is it? Is it somebody close to you? Your brother, your uncle, your father, your mother? Who along? Okay, so you said, and now thinking 1980.
Yeah, back then
was involved. So this was around the time he was coming into office. Was involved.
I don't know if I want to talk about that.
Tractor
I might get in trouble.
But you already said it. It's too late. Here, I can change the title while we're talking.
Yes, ma'am. Those Persian rugs that was hidden up in our hidden. Those Persian rugs.
Who had the Persian rugs?
What?
Who had the Persian rugs?
That was like up on Ship Springs Road.
Up on what road? Spell it.
Shipbury. But that's been like 1980.
1980?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you know who owned it at that time? Was that your family that owned Shipman's Road, or was it Lawson's, or was it a friend? Was it
Lawson's?
Lawson's family owned this property on Shipman's Road? And they would now explain the hijacking of tractor loads, because that's where
it wasn't a hijacking. That one wasn't, but it was like they had a load of those Persian rugs, and we hid them at our house.
Okay, and was there anything rolled up inside these rugs?
No, it was Persian rugs. Very expensive.
So they stole these. You're saying they stole these Persian rugs?
Yeah,
and then,
but they used to steal everything, Crystal. They had a trucking company. They had a fake trucking company, and they would steal stuff. Oh, you don't understand.
No, I do understand. So a fake company, so like a shell company.
Yeah, but they had two trucks, but formed it like it was 40 trucks. Okay, I was young and stuff.
Okay, so
but Crystal, but it's the same people. The same people now. It's the same people now.
People in
the 1980.
The same people in the James Light bust?
No, I don't think so. No, it's the same. It's the same. They're all crooks. All the Lawsons. It's the same. It's the same system. It's the same. They're all together. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do the next screen. The next comment you left. Oh.
Hey, Andy ain't gonna come up and kick my ass, is he?
No. So he just said, "Hey, Solo." So who will hurt?
Don't come up and beat my ass.
You said they will. You said they will hurt me. Who will hurt you?
All of them. My family.
Your family? Okay, so which family of yours was it? Was it Kenny Lawson that was involved in the rug light bust?
I don't want to say.
Kenny and Mike, right?
I don't want to say they're good people. I don't want to say which Kenny and Mike.
Okay, so I'm going to read something to you.
Hey,
I'm going to
I don't want to.
My live from no. Listen,
I don't want y'all to come up and beat my damn ass. I live here in Kingsport.
Nobody's going to beat your ass. Everybody wants Summer found.
I don't know nothing about Summer.
Okay, so what's the point of this? You derailed my whole life.
No, I just, I talk about stuff and stuff. I didn't know nothing about. I didn't know you were talking about Summer.
Blue Solo. Your next comment said, hold on a minute here. You play these games. We got two more.
I don't play no games.
They had a trucking company, just 2 trucks, Crystal, but fraud. 20 trucks, Crystal. They did a lot of shit, Crystal. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so explain the comment.
Well, it's hard for me to explain, It's like, I don't know, kind of a crooked truck deal. I mean, I can't understand. I don't know how to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay, so what kind of company was it? What was the fake company? What was the name of the company?
I don't know. It was like 2 trucks, but they ran like 20 trucks. But then they ran a lot of stolen shit. Man, I don't want to get killed, Crystal. I sure I don't want to get killed, man.
Okay, then maybe we should stop talking about this. I think we got enough. I think you should call TBI and I can get back to the live that I was having about.
No, I want to keep talking to you.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts these days on summer?
Oh, I don't know. Well, can I tell you this?
Have you heard about the search at Fred Hill's family's property?
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay, so Exploited Innocent left a comment for you. She says, Blue Solo, you have inserted yourself for years now. Knowing and working
No,
with
I haven't.
Knowing Ernie, and now knowing about Ronnie Lawson and corruption in Hawkins County. Why? Why do you know all of this? She's not attacking you. She's asking you why you know all of this.
I don't know what she's talking about. Man, I wish you hadn't made that disappear. But anyway, no, I don't know anything about it. You know what I do know, Crystal?
What's that?
Listen, okay. I talked to a cop, a retired cop. Now, he may be full of shit. Okay, do you want me? I asked him about this stuff. You know what he told me about the somewhere else case?
What did he tell you?
You know what?
Go ahead, say it.
He said there is no other suspect. There's only one suspect. Somewhere else case. That's what he told me.
Who told you? Who said this to you again?
It's a retired cop, but he may not know shit. But he told me that there's only one suspect.
Retire.
What?
When did he retire? Recently?
I don't know. He's
before or after Summer's case?
After.
So
Yeah.
after missing, he retired. Okay. Speaking of retired cops, what do you think about Ronnie retiring and the new sheriff?
I just want to tell you what he said, but it don't matter.
Oh, it's the new sheriff you're saying said this? There's only one suspect?
No.
Okay, well, what do you think of the new sheriff as a local?
Oh, I don't know nothing about that stupid ass. I'm Sullivan County.
I know, but Lawson is Hawkins County, and you know a lot about him, and you're worried about Summer, so shouldn't you care?
No, not at all.
So ain't you worried about Summer being found?
Yeah, but you ain't even listening to me.
Before I listen to you, real quick, let's watch this together. I've already watched it twice on my channel. Hold on, I gotta remove all this other stuff. Hold on, and then we're gonna go over your last comment or two too. Present or share.
Hey, Crystal, can I get another beer?
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time. I'm going to put a video on, but I want you to come back and watch it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go get your beer.
Okie dokie.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong here. I was sharing a file.
I was trying to tell you something, Crystal, but you wouldn't listen to me.
Go ahead. Tell me. Tell me what you got to tell me.
For one thing, you're beautiful. But
Thank you.
dang on, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead and play what you're going to do. I gotta pee and I gotta get a beer, okay?
Okay, well, go do that and I'll wait. Go do all that and I'll wait for you to come back. I'll put on the interrogation I was listening to. It'll help me add to what my other case. And then when you come back, listen to this. Okay?
Hey, Crystal. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Okay, hurry up.
Okay, I'll hurry as fast as I can.
Going on, no practice. Who's he hanging out with?
I would say most recent, within the time of him passing, would be the group of like Tyler Proctor and Joey Probes and all those kids. Because I know Joey lives like right down the street from my house when Davion lived at my house. So Davion would always go to Joey's. I remember the one time we came back and Davion, Joey and Tyler were all sitting in my room because Davion had them come over. But those three were cool. I know they were close.
Weren't Tyler and Joey two of Mackenzie's ex-boyfriends?
Yeah. I know Tyler was, but Joey I don't know for sure. But I know Tyler was definitely.
But I mean, I recently dealt with Tyler.
Yeah.
And he looked sickly to me.
He was, because when you guys first brought up the whole like when the officers, when they came to my dorm, they brought up the whole intimidation thing or the threatening factor.
Right.
I thought you guys were actually referring to Tyler Proctor, because he was blowing me up on Snapchat, trying to like text me. He was like, "You look mad sus, not responding to me. Is like, this your last chance to respond to me?" And then he ended up like screenshotting our chats and screenshotting my profile or something like that. And I just kept clearing this conversation. I didn't respond and open it. I was like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care for you.
So we got through a couple seconds. That was quick. You peed and everything. Did you wash your hands?
Yeah, I washed my hands. Hey, I don't want Andy B to come up and beat my ass. Can you tell him not to do that?
Yeah, nobody come up and beat Blue Solo's ass on YouTube, please. Nobody beat Blue.
No, I mean physically in Kingsport. Don't beat my ass.
Nobody in Kingsport go beat Blue Solo up. He wants everybody to know he's here for summer.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually here for everybody.
You're here for everybody?
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy you're here, but this wasn't a summer live, Blue Solo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't. It's hard for me to find people because I ain't never on the internet that much. And then I seen your face and stuff. I thought, oh, that's that Crystal lady. I love that Crystal lady.
Okay, so
I found you, and
I have some questions for you since you're here. I would like you to, first of all, I want you to get comfortable on my panel to know nobody's gonna kick your ass. So let's start with, where the hell did it go? This is the new sheriff of Hawkins County. Here's what I liked about him. He has already worked with the court team. He has already worked with Fred, because he's with the court team when it comes to Summer's case. You're going to hear that at the end a little bit. You're also going to hear how he's trained with the FBI. He has some education on cartels and organized crime. So Ronnie coming into office didn't have all of this. He was a young punk and somebody asked him to join. I found a video the other day, and one night when I'm prepared, we're going to go over all of that and this again, and I'm going to show you the differences between this man coming in to office and Ronnie Lawson coming into his sheriff position. This guy already has there it is right there. We'll play it after this.
Crystal, Ronnie was from the tough streets. He was from the moonshining and drug dealing and all this fucking shit.
Oh yeah? Tell me about it.
Well, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to get sued.
You already said it, and I have speculation only on my channel. So,
am I going to get sued if I say stuff?
Yeah, this is an opinion channel. Just make sure you speak in my opinion.
In my opinion, Ronnie and Mike and all the fucking fuckers was all fucking around forever, ever doing all kinds of fucking shit and drug dealing and shit 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Ronnie and Mike and all of them.
Who's all
Well,
of them?
maybe 30, 40, 45 years ago.
Okay,
Because
so
I was around, I was 10 years old, and I remember it happened. I was lived on Ship Springs Road. And I remember shit. I remember who did it and who did it.
yeah,
And it was all the people. All
so
the
do
people.
you happen to know, was any of them in the KKK by chance?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so when it comes to this, we seen some of the names you mentioned involved in the James Light Pill Clinic Road. I'm gonna show you.
Well, that's from like in the late 90s, ain't it?
Right, but you're saying that they
The big bust.
that this started in the 80s and that these same people were still continuing it into
back in the 80s too. Back in the 80s, yeah.
Okay, so is this something, in your opinion, you think Lawson continued?
Listen, though, Crystal. The folks you're talking about went way back into the late 70s and early 80s. It's a whole thing, Crystal. Which I'm telling you. Okay, I'm telling you that this trucking company and all this bullshit was like in the late 70s and maybe 1980s. Maybe I should shut my mouth, but the one person, oh Lordy mercy, maybe I should shut my mouth, but, okay. Okie dokie, maybe. One of the people helping in the trucking company, man, I should not say this shit. Some people can become sheriffs eventually, even if they are crooks.
So do you think he continued this during his years of sheriff?
Nah, I'm saying before he was sheriff.
Do you think there's a family connection to the Lights and Lawsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Ronnie and James?
People shouldn't talk. Let me tell you something, Crystal. This goes back to a lot of years.
Okay, so did you ever know them to move humans?
Well, I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Let me ask you, did you ever hear of this case? Hold on, I gotta pull it up. This is local to you. And I've never had a chance on panel to ask you if you've ever heard about this case. And it happened in Kingsport.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Did you hear about a certain person died a couple of days ago?
No. Who?
Hawkins County.
No. Who?
I better not say.
Is it a official or?
No, I better not talk.
Well, you already said something.
Anyway, you go ahead and say something.
Okay, here's something I want you to hear. I want to know if you ever heard of this case, okay? I'm going to come down, or I'm going to mute and smoke a bowl. Hold on.
Are you gonna leave me?
No, I'm staying here. Hold on. Run concurrently with the statute mandatory consecutive 384 months on the blunt whatever convictions count 7 and 10 for a total sentence of 646 months imprisonment. Ajon's convictions and sentences were affirmed on direct appeal by the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals on December 15th, 2004. United States versus Simpson. Petitioner then filed a petition for writ of
Andy
certiorari, I don't know that word, in the United States Supreme Court,
Andy,
which the court
why do
denied
you do the same
January
thing?
24th, 2005. Ajon versus United States. Petitioner's pro se petition for rehearing was denied by the Supreme Court on March 21st, 2005. Ajon versus United States 554 whatever petition was then timely filed January 30th, 2006.
You
Factual
do the same
background.
thing, Andy.
Let me get a drink.
You know I'm
Sorry.
just fucking around with you, man.
The following statements of facts is taken from the government's brief. The trial evidence is summarized in part in the Court of Appeals decision. See Simpson 116FF. These are just other things.
I'm just fucking around anyway.
You can look up. You can zoom in and see it. Guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Eric Elford, an officer with the Kingsport, Tennessee Police Department, testified that he stopped petitioner for drunk driving on November 26, 2000. As a result, petitioner was arrested. A search of petitioner's vehicle incident to his arrest resulted in a seizure of quantity of white powder and a cigarette pack, digital skills, and a box of baggies. Elford also found a cell phone in a vehicle and called the last number dialed, reaching co-defendant George Simpson without identifying himself. Elford told Simpson that the petitioner, Ajon, had passed out and needed help. Simpson responded that the petitioner was his boss and told Elford to bring petitioner to Coastal Mart on Bloomingdale, where Simpson would meet him. Kingsport officer Mike Hickman was dispatched to the market to meet Simpson. The white powder found in petitioner's car was analyzed by an employee with Tennessee Bureau of Investigation Crime Laboratory, who tested that it was 22.2 grams of methamphetamine. DEA Special Agent Mike Stedman testified in his opinion, a person stimulously possessing 22.2 grams of methamphetamine, plastic baggies, and digital skills would be engaged in distribution of methamphetamine. On cross-examination, Stedman calculated that 22 grams of 22% pure methamphetamine would produce 800 dose units. Returning to the events of November 26, 2000, Officer Hickman responded to the Coastal Mart at around 10 p.m. to meet Simpson. In due course, Hickman observed two men wearing camouflage coveralls and bulletproof vests and carrying binoculars and two-way radios. Hickman engaged them in conversation, asked for identification, and one man identified himself as George Simpson. Hickman asked the two men for permission to pat them down, to which they consented. Hickman retrieved a loaded .38 revolver from Simpson. 2 weeks later, on December 8, 2000, Curtis McDavid, Ernest Lynn White, and Ricky Howe met at Hog
You
Wild
rolling up the
Saloon,
damn joint?
a bar across the street from Westside Motel in Kingsport, Tennessee, where White had rented a room for the night. After the bar closed, the three men went to White's motel room to drink a few beers at about 2:30 a.m. McDavid and Howe left to wait for a taxi, but when it did not return to the room, entering through the sliding glass doors during McDavid and Howe's absence, petitioner and co-defendants Simpson and Bowers had entered White's motel room. When they initially entered the room, petitioner dressed in black and wearing black gloves struck White on the head with a walkie-talkie. Petitioner displayed a pistol and demanded $150 from White in payment for a drug debt involving an 8-ball of methamphetamine. See Simpson 116F, and I'm going to look for that. At trial, White explained the facts underlying the methamphetamine debt that he owed petitioner. Vance Bowers had introduced White to petitioner for about 3 weeks. Both White and Bowers worked for the petitioner in his excavation business, which petitioner operated from his home. There was not much excavation work being done, and there were a lot of people who came to petitioner's business who were not excavation customers. Petitioner owed White about $150 for 3 days of work at the excavation business. White testified 3 or 4 days prior to December 9th, 2000, petitioner gave White an 8-ball of crystal meth as a payment for the hours that White had worked. However, Officer Melanie Church, the Kingsport police officer who interviewed White the morning after his kidnapping, testified that White told her he had gone to petitioner on December 4th, 2000 to get drugs for a friend, and that he had been fronted the drugs and would owe the petitioner $180 later. Melanie Church, I don't know. When McDavid and Howe re-entered White's motel room and encountered petitioner, Bowers and Simpson, they initially assumed they were in the wrong room. Petitioner ordered them to stay and directed Simpson to display a Tech 9 handgun he was carrying and to place a chair against the door hallway so that no one could leave. Petitioner instructed McDavid, Howe at White at gunpoint to empty their pockets and rob them of their cash. Unsatisfied with the amount of cash from the 3 victims, petitioner forced White to place a phone call to his mother, Loretta Wogoman, and asked her for $300. Miss Wogoman thought White was joking until petitioner grabbed the phone receiver from White, and I'm going to come to chat. Hi, Mimi Jean.
Crystal.
Hi, Nada. Act right. Hey, Mama. What are you guys thinking so far? This gets really deep. There's a
Hey, Crystal. Crystal.
Go on, Blue Solo. Hold on. This case got really deep. There's a wiretapping. I believe the Bowers is connected to Kathy Gordon's son when she stopped. You seen her come in my chat the other day and have a fit.
Yes, ma'am.
A. John is Dudley A. John's either brother or father who was involved in this. You see the connection with Jason Arnold and him having a problem. Could these people have unalived Jason Arnold? Is there a debt owed by Dawn to the same people since Dawn worked with Dudley? And Blue Solo, I would like to know, did you ever hear of this case?
No, ma'am, I sure haven't.
Well, have you heard of the people involved in the case? Any of the names sound familiar to you?
No, ma'am, I haven't. But if I ever find anything out, I will sure help you.
All right, well, let me finish. I'm going to speed through what I'm talking about, and then we're going to finish listening to the rest of the case, because it's interesting.
Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm very sleepy. Can I go to bed?
Yes, you can, Blue Solo. I'm going to finish listening to this case and then get back to what I was covering.
Crystal, can I talk to you again in a few? And I want to talk to you in a few days, but I might not be on it for a few months. But I want to talk to you in a few days, okay?
Okay, I'll be here. I won't be back till Monday. I'll be here tomorrow afternoon, and then maybe tomorrow night, not sure yet. And then I will be here when I come back on either late Sunday night or Monday, depending what time I get back and how tired I am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I always like to talk to you. I hardly ever see you, but you know, Crystal, I don't get on the internet that much. But you're the one. You're a person I always like to talk to. You're a good person.
Well, and I appreciate the LAWSON information if it's true. We don't know that it is. I can't say that it is. I don't know that.
Well, you know, I'm always screwing around, but you can read, Crystal, read between my lines. Okie dokie.
I'm gonna research some stuff you told me is what I'm gonna do.
So, okay, listen, a lot of that stuff has really happened.
Okay.
And more, and Crystal, even more.
Well, next week when we talk, you can tell me all about it. Think about what you can tell me that won't get you in trouble. Okay?
I'm already in trouble.
Nothing new, Blue.
Already in my trouble. Already in trouble. I'd like to give you the number of the person that's trying to hurt me. I wish I could.
Put it in private chat.
I'm going to go. Bye.
Bye. Let me finish this and then we'll get back to the case I was covering. I think what he said tonight was interesting, and I think I'm going to do some research. I don't have no opinion yet. Y'all can help research the address and the name and the company he spoke about, and we can find out if the company's real. That's how you find out if Blue Solo's pissing around, because he gave us an address tonight. I'm going to continue this case since he left. Let you finish hearing the rest of what I read. I don't think I read the whole thing. And then I'm going to go back to what I was covering, since he just derailed like a whole hour of my life. But thank you for coming up, Blue Solo, and I will talk to you next week. You're always welcome to grab a link over here. Yes. Dawn's work, Candace, friends, rugs. Yep. Andy scared him off. I think he pesters Andy on purpose. He's been effing with Andy since the beginning of this. It started, Blue Solo's first story was he seen Dawn and Andy in a Burger King. Y'all remember? That was on Ziggy's. All right. Let you guys finish hearing about this case, and then I'm going to clip this and edit this part right here out, and then I will post it as a separate video so everybody can see what Blue Solo said, because I was covering another case tonight and I want to get back to it. All right. Summer really loved Laurel Run. They were there often. We see lots of pictures there. It doesn't mean she was hidden under some waterfall. But is it a possibility that somebody was stalking Summer from up that waterfall? They didn't live far from there. Just a thought. Did Dawn know age on money? This is not the second crime we see with this Mark age on. The first was Jason Arnold. There was a court appearance because of that. So apparently after this age on guy gets out of prison. This is Dudley's father or brother. I'm pretty sure it's the brother. Okay? I think they need to look into more people like Friends of DNC. So this guy is the father or the brother of Dudley. Now I've heard both run in circles like this. I'm not going to go research them. I can only bring you what is public. I don't know whether Dawn and Candace knew this, but here is your age on Ben Hill, Beach Creek, Simpson Loop, Laurel Run Park connection. Kathy houses Fred, right? Kathy was married to these people. Her son's last name is the same name as the B name in this indictment. When I brought this up, Ziggy, Fred, and Kathy went silent and started cooking fucking food. Fred, I would like for you to speak on this. Kathy, I would like your input on this. Ziggy, what did you know about this? So I don't know that I read this whole thing in this live. It might be in another live. So I'm going to end this and get back to what I was covering. However, what I'm going to say to this is Kathy came into my chat the other day and she continuously denies she knows these people. However, these people live up by Quatin. I'm not even sure if the George Simpson isn't Quatin's first name George. Who's George to the Simpsons? Somebody needs to find out, because George Simpson was a very bad criminal in this. And Kathy has her son and Fred in a car. Fred is in the back seat. The son is in the front seat. They switch places. The son says, "Bye, Mom. I love you." Gets out of the car and enters a Simpson home up by Laurel Run. Fred then gets into the front seat of the car and they drive off, going back down. On the same day, Ryan, Ziggy wasn't there. It was just Kathy and Fred. And it was the same day Ryan was stirring poop up on the hill with Andy. Sorry, Andy. Andy, if you're still in here, you can explain if you seen Fred that day and what happened when you did. Because Ziggy had a live and Fred stated he had seen y'all in the chat. So they stopped in the middle of the street and had a conversation. Now, Karen Elliott sent me all of this information, and she really pushed it. And then I looked at it and I covered it. And because I've been getting ready to go on this and I just really don't have time, y'all could search through anywhere from 2 years ago to a year and a half ago. Andy was in the chats there during that time. You can ask Andy. We've spoken about this before, and I have shown the video before. You could go find the video. I'm getting tired of certain things being regurgitated. We'll go back to Jody Sue's old word. It's always something that I come back to that I've already made content on. Besides the new Ziggy content I made the other day, I have not had to make new content in almost 2 years. I have been showing you all the content while everybody's been attacking me that I've made already, that people were in my chat saying, "Oh, I've never seen this." This has been my research since the beginning of Summer's case, and I'm pretty sure that's why I got attacked and 5 lawsuits placed against me, besides the fact that I have family relatives down in the same fucking area connected to the same fucking drug traffickers. Oh my fucking God. You'd never fucking believe it. However, I'm going to go back to the Shrilla case. I hope all of you that came back for Summer's case, because my views went up by like 15, will stay and watch the rest of Mackenzie with me, these 2 interrogations I'm going through. And since my live was derailed by Blue Solo, let me go ahead and remind you of what the case is about. In Strongsville, Ohio, I believe in 2019, a young girl at 17 years old and one of her boyfriend of 4 years and her friend Davion, Dominic and Davion, was in a car. Inside this car Well, the night before, they were at home making music, making dip with mom. Dominic's mom had come over and was making some kind of cheese or nacho dip with the chicken dip or something with the kids. She had left early in the morning. The kids get into a car, I guess Mackenzie's car. I don't know why I keep wanting to call her Kylie. Mackenzie's car, and they go to, I believe it was Baba and Rosie's house. They smoke weed. At some point, somehow, Mackenzie has shrooms on her person. However, she doesn't test positive for shrooms in her system during the time of the accident. She is a social media influencer who has a huge following. Or I don't know how big her following is, to be honest with you, but she has a good following. She was popular in her area. Davon was adopted, but he was a popular football player. Davion and Dominic didn't really hang in the same circles, but they had started hanging together. And we're listening to Landon tell you about that. Now, Landon, aka Bubba, who is who Davion moved in with, when his adopted parents kicked him out of the home, or he had left the home. I'm really not sure what the circumstances are. I listened once briefly. We're listening again. But he moved in with Landon, and for some reason, somebody was going on vacation. Landon offered to have Davion stay with him, but Davion had left that circumstance and moved in with Dominic. But it seems as though Dominic's mom didn't know, even though the home was next door to her and Mackenzie would often spend the night. However, they leave like 4:30 in the morning. They go to Landon's house. They smoke weed, they're crafting, they're talking, playing video games, whatever it is kids their age do. And they get up about 6:30 and they leave. And at first, Landon tells them that Mackenzie and Dominic were having an argument. Something was going on. That's what we're listening to with Tyler. I was derailed. I don't remember if we listened to it. However, then he goes on and he just tells you about this party and what had happened. Now, there's a group of friends. They have a friend group. They're a very popular group of children from Strongsville, Ohio, which, by the way, also had a teacher unalived just before this. So they were already suffering in this small town. But this girl, they leave the party, and at some point the girl goes down this road at over 100 miles an hour, and the courts found her guilty of purposely driving into a wall, trying to unalive herself and being selfish and unaliving two other innocent lives. Now, I had the news broadcast up. Let me go back to it. I'm going to show you the news broadcast first. I'm going to continue this live tomorrow, actually. I'm going to go over a couple clips to catch those of you from Summer's case that came in quickly. You can catch up on the live I had yesterday, but this is already a 2-hour live, and I'm pretty pissed off right now a little bit. Blue, I love having you on. I really do mean that, but that was like, I thought it was going to be more important than you had it. However, I think what you had to say was important. Let me calm down and we'll decide where we go with Mackenzie. Okay. Anyways, so I showed Mackenzie's arrest. Let me give you a quick view.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2. Okay? Nobody's going to ask you any questions. Nobody's going to bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet?
You got it. You got it. No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here. Not gonna tighten these, okay? I don't want to hurt you. You good? Are they good? Thank you. All right. This screws it right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car and we did not.
Okay. Do you have anything anything like that? Yeah. That's your head going in. Don't. I'm not gonna hurt you. You okay?
Yeah, I'll do that when I get there. It's gonna take me to Westwood Pearl.
What do you think, Mackenzie? Okay, Mackenzie, I'm gonna take your handcuffs off. I need like all the jewelry and everything to come off, okay?
I can't wear any of it.
No, I need you to take it off while you're in jail right now.
I can't wear these.
Now, unfortunately, everything's gonna have to come off right now once we know when the detective comes back and we know for sure what's going on. Everything's gonna be bagged up here. It's not going anywhere.
Sorry, this is just like one of those, which is really hard to get off.
That's fine. Take your time.
What are the green, are those extensions, clips? You're gonna need to
I
take
can't
those
take
out.
them out. They're like in my, like, they're like in.
Okay.
Unless you have pliers, we can get them out. Whatever.
The necklace, yeah.
What about that tie?
I'm gonna hold off and see what ends up. Because it's kind of weird. I don't know. Corvatus is back there. All right, Mackenzie, just hang out up against that wall to your right.
It's not hers, it's mine.
It's in the car. I got it on Find Phone. It's in your watch. So, but I need to speak to my daughter because you guys aren't allowed to speak to her at all. That's from the lawyer. He does not want you guys speaking to her. And I can get him on the phone. He can tell you that over the phone if that works, or I can go in and tell her not to open her mouth. How you guys did this on the weekends is just.
Listen to how disrespectful her parents are to these police officers that just arrested their daughter. Like, okay, I get it. I would be mad too, but there is literally no it's like just total disregard for the life of these two boys. They do not understand the severity in my opinion, they do not understand the severity of the death of these two young men. And they're crying for their daughter and demanding. Mom's acting like it's Schumann. They're going to take her to a juvenile detention center. However, she is later moved from that juvenile detention center into a jail and charged as an adult for what she did. But wait till you see her parents and how they act towards these police and how spoiled this little fucking bitch, in my opinion, is. All right, hold on.
Well, all you have to do is go, hey, there's a warrant for, we would have brought her right down here with no problem, but she hit it. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he's 18.
So the warrant was issued today, so we executed it today. The warrant wasn't issued earlier.
Well, you could have made a phone call, couldn't you? You had your creeper out in front of my yard watching.
So, she can't take any, she's an adult, she can't take any phone calls right now. She'll be transferred downtown.
Okay.
I don't know when.
Service just called to advise.
She'll be transferred downtown.
Okay, well, I still need to speak to my daughter, so she understands what her, not saying anything to you guys.
Okay, and I don't know about the phone, I would have to ask her about that.
Can you go find it's mine? It's not hers. I mean, I do need it. I have other children.
And that's how we communicate.
Yeah,
I
and that's how we
understand that.
communicate.
Okay, so
I do need my phone.
I mean, being had to roll out the whole mess to pick up an 18-year-old girl who can hardly walk out of a hospital visit.
Yeah.
It's just beyond me.
So we follow the law, and that's what we're doing today. So her, the phone that was in her hand is the one that we took.
That is not true. This is months after the accident. Mackenzie has already been to 2 concerts, dressed up, went to a Halloween party. You see he is now wearing long sleeves. It is now fall time. I know that around here, I don't know about that year, I would have to look, and this is like literally an hour and a half away from where I live. So, or maybe 2 hours, not too far. But I know the weather up in this area, and I've been in that area many times. During this time can still be hot enough for shorts and a long sleeve shirt. So that's proof of this. Mackenzie did not just have that accident. You're going to hear, as I share the phone calls some more from her in prison, how she speaks about this time and about the party that she went to, that she dressed up as a unalived person. This has to be even maybe November. Like, I don't know when this was. Let me see if there's a date on this. This was just posted 2 days ago. It says, newly released body cam footage shows the emotional moment Mackenzie Shrilla arrives at jail following her arrest. Watch the video as police process the teenager and her distraught family confronts law enforcement at the station. So this had to be, I don't know. I know at one point she went to juvie, and you will hear that and see that. But this man just said she's already being charged as an adult and being taken downtown. So I'm not sure at this point was she removed from an adult facility and taken to the police station and her parents followed, or was she removed from her home? I'm confused, but I guess we'll figure it out together. Like I said, the case is new to me too.
But I'd have to check with the detective to find out what's going on with that. I don't know the answer to that.
Can we find out? I do need it like right now.
Okay, let me at least.
I have
ask.
another child.
No, I get it. So we got a lot.
Thank you.
Am I going to be allowed to have a 2-minute conversation with her?
You cannot talk to her while she's here.
Why doesn't she get a
Well,
phone
she has
call?
legal
If you arrest her, why
representative.
don't she get a phone call?
She was just brought in. They're going to process her. As soon as they get the time for her to make a phone call, she will be able to make a phone call.
You just need to advise her. She has a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. She does have a lawyer.
She is 18 years old and she could speak
Yeah,
that.
but she's a dumb 18-year-old that just turned 18.
Well,
And you guys are, no,
Okay.
all the kids nowadays are dumb. And these guys are going to take advantage of it. She's not allowed to speak to you guys. I'm telling you
Listen,
that.
her
from her
attorney
lawyer.
can call us.
Don't ask her any questions. She's not allowed to speak. You put your shoes on and then bring your blanket out for me.
Yeah.
Okay, turn to face the wall. Just put your hands up against it. I'm gonna put this belt on first.
For property going down with her.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll take it.
Can my mom just go from here?
You know if Anna's still in the lobby?
No.
Okay, she left. If county doesn't take the property, just bring it back. I already had to fill out a form so her mom can come pick it up.
That just needs to stay safe. That's like, I wear a lot of stuff for now, so it just needs to stay safe.
It will, regardless of what ends up happening. You want to change up? It's gonna be pretty loose.
That's fine.
Okay.
What is the change in?
The chain's the same as the belt, but it's just gonna be a little bit tighter, but I don't know how much this is gonna sit. That's like your fault. Sorry, Shane. All right.
I got this. I have the charge report that you have. I'm bringing down with her.
Only other thing, the other night, sent down the ITN number, okay, the fingerprints, because they said they might ask for it when you get down there. All right, so it's.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
You just follow him. The back seat right here. All right, just gonna reach across and grab that seat belt.
Stand right here from the eye for me. How are we doing officers?
Good over there.
Wait, at some point, all right, come this way. Walk through here. Are you listening because of the shoes or you listening because you heard? Were you in a fight? No, I was in a car accident. What is it? Okay. When did they say?
June
Okay.
or July.
All right. So what happened today?
He is being charged.
Okay. No, they pulled that all over. Okay. Where you coming from? Home, hospital, what? She was in a car.
She was in a car. She had just left physical therapy. We conducted a traffic stop and arrested her on the traffic stop. We had a warrant for arrest for
So I don't know if they took her to juvie. I don't know how she got to juvie. I gotta figure that out. You'll hear them talking about it. But what you just heard was they stopped her. She went to physical therapy for her accident, and they arrested her at the physical therapist. I'm glad you did not. Okay, Blue Solo.
Her license on the car is here. Yes. Okay, you can, thank you. Okay.
I'm sorry?
Take that off.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You got a shirt on up under there? Take that.
So that's the end of that. So I'm going to show you again. First, this. I want you to watch how fast her car went down this road. Then I'm going to show you the drone footage. Then I decided we'll finish Landon tonight and we will redo Tyler another day, since I was able to give you a deeper understanding a little bit. But we are going to finish Landon tonight. Okay, so this is how fast the car was going.
Newly released records in the 2022 Strongsville crash involving Mackenzie Shrilla were made public Wednesday. The Strongsville police.
They show the crash a few times. I already went over the news broadcast. I'm not going to do that again. But please watch her cars that by over on the road.
Newly released records in the 2022 Strongsville crash involving.
Now I would like you to watch the drone footage of the road during the day that she was going that fast down. To me, it almost looks as if an airplane would take off. I cannot fucking believe this girl had her foot on the gas and went down this street with these two boys the way she did in the back seat of her car with no regard for life. And now she's becoming famous on Netflix. Make that make sense. Oh, and she's talking about writing a book, which is why that Son of Sam Law extension that the sister of the boyfriend of Mackenzie is trying to get passed.
Ohio. It is the route of the deadly crash that ended the lives of Dominic Russo and Davian Flanagan. Mackenzie Shrilla was just 2 days away from her 18th birthday when she crashed into the sign, then the building at the T intersection of Progress in Alameda in 2022. She was traveling at speeds in excess of 90 miles per hour. Familiarity with this road and its condition is crucial to this case. They requested the judge visit this road as well. This route is used by both sides to argue both guilt and innocence, but with different reasons. Are the arguments based on facts or feelings? I hope to help you understand this road the way people that live over here do. This road is long with several curves and is not just a straight shot to the building. Reports indicate it would have taken the vehicle 26.5 seconds to reach speeds of 100 to 0.5 miles per hour. The car's top speed before the crash was 100 miles per hour. It is noted a responding officer stated he could not safely drive past 50 miles per hour on this road when responding to the crash due to its condition. Please note the drone is obviously traveling much slower than Mackenzie was. I will speed it up to X. First, I will upload the footage of the route. Then I will upload the footage of the route adding in the facts of the crash. This is the drone footage of progress Strongsville, Ohio, is the route that deadly crash that ended the lives of Dominic Russo and Gabby Flanagan. Mackenzie Shrilla was just days away from her 18th birthday. She crashed inside the building at a teen section progress now again in 2022. She was traveling speeding 7 miles per hour. The American road and this is crucial to the case. You're arrested because this road developed. This route is used to both sides are built and this is for different reasons. By the investigation on Saturday, I hope to help you understand this road big, little to do. This road is the longest ever occurred. It's not just a straight shot to the building. Reports indicate within vehicles 26.5 miles per hour. The car stopped before the crash was 100 miles per hour. He's noted responding officer stated he did not see the traffic signal miles per hour on this road when responding to crash due to conditions. Please note the drone is obviously traveling slower than Mackenzie was. I will speed up the X. First I will upload the footage of the route, then I will upload the footage of the route and fast crash.
I decided to speed that up so that you could see what it would look like, because he didn't do that. I guess he was talking about future videos. So I decided to speed that up so that you could see what it would look like if she was speeding down here there. Now imagine the acceleration. I'm going to go back to Landon's interview and let you guys listen. Landon, aka Bubba. Again, quick refresher. Dave Young lived with him at one point. I went over it earlier. Please rewind. He moved in with Dominic. Wasn't really close with them. A very new friend to the friend group. However, was dating Mackenzie's best friend, Rosie. Changed his story. He says that in his police interrogation. I don't know if we passed that part or yet. They had a party in the early morning hours at this guy's house. Yeah, just listen. You'll catch up or rewind and watch the video I had day before yesterday. That is a very deep discussion about the beginning of this case.
So I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm sure your dad would probably also want to know. There were 3 people that I wanted to talk to. It was you, and he was on that list. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's Rosie. Mm-hmm. He and Rosie were both served grand jury subpoenas. At some point, you know, either you choose to sit like with us and answer a couple of questions and we're done, mm-hmm. Or they're gonna have to go in front of a grand jury, no attorney, no mom and dad, and they're gonna stand there in front of strangers and have to answer questions under oath, mm-hmm. which is a more scary. And you're held accountable. Here you lied to me. Hey, I'm not gonna know. I'm taking your word for it, and we're done. Mm-hmm. On a grand jury, you lie. Well, there's ramifications for that. So I do appreciate you very much talking to me, but you brought up the intimidation and Tyler. Both your names came up very recently since I called your athletic director when the cops came to you. We both got very valuable, very like a person who is very trustworthy, mm-hmm. who told us that you and Tyler were receiving threats that if you were to talk to the police, you were going to be off the football team and he's going to have some other issues to deal with. That's called witness intimidation. Mm-hmm. And for us, that became the catalyst, Mike, to act, to say, hey, we need to talk to you. If somebody's threatening you, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to talk. Right now, you can get up and leave. Mm-hmm. But if somebody's saying, if you talk to these cops about anything, we're going to get you booted off the football team, that becomes witness intimidation, and that changes the formula. Mm-hmm. So on that, were you threatened by anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I never got one text. I'm like, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I'm like the kid at Strongsville. Like, nobody ever wanted to mess with me. No, I was a big kid. I've always been like one of the biggest.
I was 6'3", 245.
Yeah, nobody's ever like tried to mess with me. And like even like my close friends, they don't want to fight me. Like they're like, no, like they think I'm crazy. Like they think I just go crazy on somebody. And so like I've never in my life had somebody intimidate me or text me, threatening me something. The only person that was ever texting me was Proctor. Proctor was the one. If you want to be honest with you, I think it was Proctor and like Hussein that were intimidating everyone. That's who was intimidating everyone was Hussein and Proctor. They were the ones running around talking about hurting Mackenzie, talking about messing with her cars, her house, and stuff like that. They were the ones that were basically going around trying to intimidate people. That like if I ever got one text from Proctor, he was the one that was texting me, oh, if you don't text me back, like you're gonna regret it. All this.
What did he want from you? If you can,
he never like fully said what he wanted from me.
Any guesses though?
I mean, because like a couple days after, I had another one of his friends text me, and I was like, I wonder if like this is just a trick to see if I respond to him and not respond to him. But then I ended up responding to him. But the whole reason for that was because they wanted to get my Snapchat out for these wristbands because I gave these wristbands out to everybody, and a lot of people were asking for my Snapchat on to like thank me for giving them the wristbands and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't think he would go that far though if it was just about that. I feel like he would just be like, hey, I'm sending your Snapchat to this person. They want to thank you for the wristbands. Not sitting there blowing my phone up, calling me, doing all that. Like I had to mute his conversation because he just would keep calling me, would keep texting me. And I was like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know what you want to talk to me about. Like I just don't want to be involved with you. Like keep that shit there. Like I'm down here at college. Like keep that shit there. But
gotcha. Well, like I said, he's scheduled for grand jury on the 10th of November. So we'll see. If he shows up and talks, good. If not, he's probably gonna get arrested. It's a contempt of court. I mean, there's no way around it. So let's go back to Davion real quick. How did Davion gravitate or get involved with Dominic Russo? I mean, it seems like two different kinds of, athletes, and then business oriented, maybe.
So I know you guys probably remember when the girl fell down the steps at Dominic's house, that whole incident.
Yeah.
So I know Dom knows Davion. They know each other through parties like that. Kenzie and Davion have always been close. Like they know each other. I know they've known each other since like middle school. But I don't really know how he ended up spending the night at Dom. I don't know why he wouldn't have asked me instead of Dom, just like for someone to stay at. But I knew before, like right before I found out they were living together, I knew that they were kind of hanging out. They were kind of talking together because another reason why they were cool is Dom had a studio in his house. Dom liked to make music, and Davion loved freestyle. Davion loved making music. That was his dream, was to be a rapper. And so Davion would always go over to Dom's house to record in the studio. I know Proctor has a studio, so they'd all, like, not like a studio. Like Proctor doesn't have a full studio. He just has like a little mic on a computer and stuff. But Dom actually has like a whole room with a microphone and like stuff on the walls to keep the sound in. House all like the special programming and stuff. And so I knew they got really close off of that, like trying to make music together and stuff like that. Okay. So I think ultimately that's how Davion ended up staying at Dom's, because Davion knew he would go over there and be able to use the studio whenever he wanted to and just be cool with Dom. So I'm pretty sure that's how it was. And it's like also we all went to like a grad party together because Rosie and Kenzie are best friends. So that's how I ended up becoming really close with Dom too, is because like him just being around Kenzie all the time and me being around Rosie, we just were forced kind of just to talk to each other, be friends. And so we would go out and do that, but then at the same time, Davion would live with me, and so Davion would just come with me. So he also was pulled into that whole group of all of us, with me and my girlfriend, her friends, and like Kenzie and Dom. So I think just that, and then them recording together, I think that's why he ended up staying with Dom and choosing Dom.
Were you at that event, that party, when the girl fell down the stairs?
That was her.
Was Davion there too?
He actually was the one that helped carry her out upstairs. Okay. He was one of the ones that helped carry her out. But I left before he even did that. I left. Like when she fell down the stairs, I left. I was like, I don't like blood. I don't like none of that. Like, I'm getting out of here. Because I know when I walked over there was like she was bleeding bad.
She almost died.
Yeah, she was bleeding really bad. So I was like, I'm not. Like, I love her. Like she's one of my friends. Kendall's one of my friends. I had chemistry class with her, but I'm sorry. I don't like blood.
Yeah, no,
it's not my place.
That makes sense. So we don't know why Davion moved in with Dominic. Do you have any idea why he actually was living with him temporarily?
Oh, I know the reason why he had to move in with him is because I know his parents were going on vacation, and Davion had just got a new job where he was moving like some form of freight or something in the back of trucks. Gotcha. And it was paying him really good money. I think it was the best paying job that he's got so far. And he had like regulated hours, like 9 to 5, like all throughout the weekdays. And so I know he was like trying to hop on that job and make some good money. And so he decided to stay home from going on vacation with his family. And that's how he ended up staying with Don, because he chose to stay with Don after he didn't want to, he told his parents he didn't want to go on vacation.
And that's how he ended up at the Burling house residence that night?
Davion ended up there just because he was with Kenzie and Dom at the zoo. I know they were at the zoo earlier that day, but he ended up being there with them because he was just with them all day. I didn't know where else they were at all that day. I just know that they were at the zoo, and because I saw videos of Kenzie posting a video of Dom and Dave holding birds or something like that. So I knew they were at the zoo that morning.
Yeah. So that night at the Burling house, who all was there?
It was me, Rosie, Paul, Dom, Kenzie, Davion, and then Nina. Yeah, that was it.
What's Nina's last name? Do you know?
I know it starts with an I, but I don't know how to like pronounce it or spell it.
So we talked to Paul about this, and we know there wasn't any illegal activity going on. Okay, maybe some smoking dope and having a beer again. We know there was no like heroin or fentanyl or anything crazy like that. So what was Davion like that night? Who did he hang out with?
That night, I mean, his overall vibe that night was good. He was positive that night. Me and him were laughing all night. Trying to think. It didn't seem like there was anything wrong with him. Nothing crazy. The only thing that really got me was when he left. He was like, "I love you," and I was like, "I love you too." And that was the first time he said that to me since he lived with me. So that's what kind of threw me off. I was like, "All right, I love you too." You know what I mean? Like, come here, give me a hug. Give him a hug, and he walked out the door. And I know. Paul, he wasn't around all night. He was upstairs. He wasn't even around all night. Me and Davion were in the front room watching. It was a great white documentary about great white sharks in the front room. I know back in the back, all the girls were back there. I think they were watching High School Musical or something like that. So because they're all screaming, laughing. But me and Davion were up there. I remember Kenzie got mad at me because I ate all her popcorn. She walked away and ate all her popcorn. She was like, because they like make the natural popcorn, it's like all organic popcorn.
Yeah.
It's not all there. Yeah. And I mean, he was fine. Like, he didn't seem upset. Didn't seem like nothing.
He wasn't frazzled by anything. Nobody said anything. Were you guys just having a good time? Was there anything between Mackenzie and Dominic? Or
those were the rumors I heard a lot. Was that Dom and Kenzie were fighting? There was no way in hell that they were fighting. That man, I remember walking in. That man was cuddling her. She was sleeping. Her head was on his lap. She was wrapped up in this big fuzzy gray band blanket on the front couch in the front room. It's a big L-shaped couch because I was sitting in the corner and Dave was sitting down by my legs. Kenzie was sitting here and then Dom was sitting at the end here. And so she ended up sprawling out and he was sitting there cuddling her head, petting her head, making sure she was sleeping good, like smiling at her. Like I knew, like there was no, if there was fighting, I know they couldn't have made it known. Like they didn't make it known at all. But I know they weren't fighting. Like they didn't have that type of vibe, nothing there. Everybody was just having a good time.
See, that's those are the things that unless you were there, there's no way for us to find out. And so a lot of the kids would tell us the exact opposite. Like, there was a fight.
I remember when I first found out they passed away that morning because I found out they passed away. I called my friend EJ, freaking out, and I sped up to EJ's house. And I was talking to him, and EJ's like, "That's our football group. Like that's like Davion's football group." And so like all those football dudes ended up meeting at EJ's house and talking. So then I went back to Paul's house because that's where Rosie and all them were at, and I was talking to them. But then as I went to drop my mom's car back off there, I picked up my truck, and then I stopped at the memorial where they crashed at. And as soon as I got there, that's when Proctor is saying, like Proctor, Joey, a bunch of these kids are saying, "Oh, they're fighting. Kenzie's crazy. Kenzie puts voodoo on him. They're fighting all the time. They're fighting." I'm like, they weren't fighting. Like I don't know, like y'all just got this out of thin air. Like they were not fighting. I could promise you that they weren't fighting. And like that was like their first thing. Like they jumped right to that. Like, oh, they're fighting. Kenzie did it on purpose. They're fighting. I was like, no, like they weren't fighting. Like Kenzie and Dom walked out together. Dom grabbed all of her bags for her, and Dom came and dabbed me up. Kenzie was like, "Hey, say bye to everyone," because Rosie and Nina and them were sleeping in the back room. I was up in the front room still, and she was like, "Hey, say bye to everyone for us."
So he's adamant it was only a rumor. He had said that Landon told somebody that they were fighting, and he says no, he told them they were not fighting. However, the cop's going to push it, I think, in a minute. They talk a little more about it, I think. Don't quote me. I only listened to this briefly. And, I listened to it, but I'm absorbing a lot of information.
We're like, okay, we went. After Rosie came walking up, gave Kenzie a hug, gave Dom a hug, and was like, bye. I know that.
Why did they leave so early?
They usually do that. Like that's like a common thing with everyone. Like, I mean, how many times have we had people over our house? Like, it's just a common thing with us younger teenagers. Like, it's like as soon as you get up, it's like you're gone. Like we were just leaving like
5:30 in the morning. Oh.
Yeah, I go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
The couch is cleared. I'm like, they got
wow. It's like we'll end up we'll sleep and then like.
So something that struck me was one of Mackenzie's jailmates, and we'll get into that, said that Mackenzie is always the first one out in the yard, already dressed, always has her nails done, and that she dated this girl. And Mackenzie's in there breaking rules, having sex, and all kinds of shit. Y'all will hear this. However, the girl did confirm that her pattern now, even now, and was since she got there, to get up extremely early and be ready and out and shiny in the mornings. No mourning the loss of her 4-year boyfriend.
As soon as you wake up in that early morning, I want to go back to my bed.
Okay, so that is common. I mean,
Good. Okay, see, like I said, you're shedding some light on issues that are very important.
Do you think Davion, was there ever an issue with him staying with you guys with mom and dad? Like, did you guys ever have an issue with that? The only reason I asked that is, do you think Davion stayed with Dom because Dom had that place to himself, right? Like he had space there. You have a family in your house. Was that ever an issue?
Oh, we just had to clean it. I mean,
so you had extra space. You never minded him being there. Okay.
Yeah, we treated him like
the water bill went up.
Yeah.
He lived in a luxury house. It was like he had like completely new parents. He had a brother. Like that's how we treated him. He would always come in my room to sleep.
From the outside, I'm like, okay, well, mom and dad are here, but then Dom kind of had the house himself.
It's funny,
right? So maybe as a kid, I'd be like,
one of the funniest things I found out was when he lived with us, he was a pig. Oh my god, that dude was.
His room was messy.
I had to clean his room up like 4 times for him. I remember my dog knocked over a bowl of buffalo sauce and a plate of chicken tenders. I walk into the room one morning. I'm like, hey Dave, clean that up. I'm getting in the shower.
Carpet's still stained.
We're going to school. This man, I get out of the shower, I go to school, we go to school, I come back, and I still smell it in the hall. I'm like, damn, I smell buffalo sauce. So I walk in there. He didn't even move the bowl. He didn't move the plate. He just laid a towel over everything. Just to cover up the image of it. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. So I found out that he actually, when he lived with Dom, he actually would clean up Dom's house for him. He would clean up Dom's house. Like, he would do the dishes for Dom. He would clean off the table.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that until after. I didn't know that until after. I didn't know that until after he passed away. When I talked to Kenzie in the hospital, she was like, dude, he was the sweetest kid ever. Like, he would clean up the house for Dom. Like, but I think it was more because I think that he knew that me and like my family had respect for him and he had respect for us. But I feel like he didn't think Dom.
Maybe he felt more at home.
Yeah, he felt more at home. I feel like he felt more like he needs to show more respect towards Dom because it's Dom's house. You know what I mean? Like it's Dom's house alone. It's just Dom that lives
he
there.
felt like family with him. He felt like a guest there.
Yeah.
And I tell you, a lot of the times we didn't even know he was there. He was quiet. I mean, he didn't come out. He didn't come out and socialize much. You know, we'd see him pass by and then, bye, hi.
Yeah.
He asked me to drop him off a couple places before, and I did that for him.
So, have you ever been in a car with Dominic and Mackenzie? What was it like? What are they as drivers?
I know Dom's a very careful driver. He would always, if Kenzie was going over 10 miles over, 15 miles over, she didn't have a seatbelt on, Dom would always be yelling, hey, put your seatbelt on, slow down. I know Kenzie, I've only ever driven with her once, and it wasn't terrible. I mean, we took that exact same route too, that exact same drive down Progress, down Almeida. We took that exact same route, and like she was.
So what I'm saying is this is Davion's best friend. Davion lived with him. However, he also dates Mackenzie's best friend, and he is on Mackenzie's side throughout the trial. I believe he testified in the trial. I haven't seen any of that yet. However, most everybody else is against Mackenzie. And you're going to see conflict. So when you listen to Tyler, you're going to hear, we already listened to some of it, but it wasn't a deep listen, and Blue Solo came in and whatever, But there's a different vibe with the other children that they interrogate. Now, they also interrogate Dominic's brother and mother. And we're going to go over that soon, too. Just not tonight. It's a lot. There's a lot to this case, and they are releasing shit daily. Phone calls. This is very big on Netflix right now. It's called The Crash. She just was denied her third appeal. There's a big story around that. I covered it last time I covered this. So, yeah, watch that.
She was going at a normal speed, a speed that I would drive at. I mean, the max I've ever seen her go was like, she was probably going like 40, 45 down per ones, and that was about it. In a 35, not the 25 zone, the 35 zone. But that was about the fastest I've ever seen her drive. It never really scared me as being a passenger in the backseat. I never really was scared when she was driving. I've only ever driven with Dom once as well, and he drove like a normal person. He drove like he obeyed every law, every turn signal, all that stuff. He would stop at a stop sign, he would stop at red lights. I never had a problem with driving with either of them.
Cool.
David on there, David was a speedster.
Yeah. And then it's at least I got that also talking to his mom and dad. He liked cars, and he was looking at buying a new car. He It's,
He was working on his credit. I think his parents were helping him out. His credit, working his credit.
Right.
He had to buy a car to get a loan.
He had some aspirations. I mean, the kid was trying to make a life for himself. Barber school.
I hate kicking him out. I felt bad after all this, but we needed the room. My daughters were coming in town, and we needed the room for them for graduation weekend.
Now, as a parent, I mean, my kids are younger, but did you ever have conversations with Davion's parents about him staying with you?
They never once contacted us.
Okay.
Never once. I'm assuming they knew he was living with us.
I know what my mom said to me. I remember.
Well, that's why we wanted to talk to him, because the parents told us he stayed with.
Yeah, they said he stayed here, and in my head, I'm like,
but we had never heard from him or really met
my
them
mom said
until
when they came
he went home.
When they came to pick Davion up, his mom didn't even want him back. His mom
She was in total shock that he was coming home.
And this is something his dad arranged.
Yeah.
Did he ever say anything explicit about his home life, like I really hate my mom and dad, or I can't wait to move out, or anything?
He always was trying to move out. I mean, for the longest time, he was always trying to move out. There was times when we still worked at Five Guys, we would always want to try and stay with Ty. Houston, he would always try and he was talking about getting an apartment, and he was talking about getting an apartment for the longest time, because we'd always be like, hey, you get an apartment, Dave, then we're coming over every night and we're kicking it, we don't care, because he's been trying to move out of there.
He's friends with Houston?
Not anymore. No, I mean, he was. Houston tried getting him fired for every single job. He was basically at Five Guys. So started off at Five Guys. Houston would treat Davion like ass. Like they would always fight. They'd always fight on shifts. There was times where they couldn't even work together. Wow. And then would just fight. Like there was times when, because after Five Guys, he went to Papa John's, and then Houston was a GM at Papa John's, and Houston ended up firing Davion, and Davion was like, I can't stand him anymore. Like I can't stand being around him. Like screw Houston, all that. He would always come into Five Guys and rant about it. And then they went to Chipotle. And then Chipotle, I know Davion ended up leaving Chipotle again because Houston had some problems.
Wow. It's like they followed each other.
Mm-hmm. Like I know, and that's why I was almost surprised about everything Houston's doing. And I'm like, Houston, I feel like you should know that you and Davion's relationship were not at the best of terms when he passed. They used to be good, but then it over time was getting killed.
When you say Ty, who's that?
Tyler Jones.
Tyler Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to talk one last thing before we get out of here. We're almost done. I have 1-2 questions left, but post the crash, after the crash, there were a lot of rumors that happened. Was anything said that you believed was true? Any of the rumors that you believed?
No,
any other theories about the crash or what might have happened?
The only thing that my gut and my intuition is telling me is that she passed out. That's my gut intuition. I mean, I don't know. This is not credible at all. But you guys know what a pendulum is? Mm-hmm. So I use a pendulum board with a little crystal, and I got in my truck when I was down here by myself. And I got in my truck, and I was like, I'm gonna try and talk to Davion with it. And so I tried talking to Davion. I asked him a bunch of personal questions, and it was crazy because he was actually spelling out the words of what I was looking for. I was like, this has to be Dave. I have to be talking to something right now. So then I kept asking questions. I was like, do you think she passed out? I was asking questions about the crash, and he was just like, yes, I think she passed out. And I know that she's prone to passing out or something like that. She's prone to that. She has a medical condition or something with that. And the doctors tell her to put her head in between her knees when she feels like she's passing out. And I know she told me that they found her with her head in between her knees on the steering wheel. And so that was the connection that I make. That's why my intuition is telling me that she passed out. I asked Dave, I was like, did you guys on the pendulum board, I was like, did you guys even know that you guys were crashed? And he was like, no, he had no clue that they crashed. But obviously, again, that's not a credible thing.
You think he fell asleep?
I don't think she fell asleep because she was
Dave, in the back.
I don't think so because I thought on Life 360 he said that his phone was on and active right before they crashed on that Life 360. I don't think he was asleep.
Were you on? Were you on Life 360?
I was not on that. That's that group that I was talking about, Proctor and all those kids. That's his friend group with them. They had that. I wasn't a part of that.
That's really what's causing us to look at this from a couple of different angles. To be honest with you, because one of the Strongsville High School kids, I'm sure you know, sent us a screenshot saying, "Well, look at the Life 360. Look at the speed."
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, if we didn't get that, we probably wouldn't have looked even closer at the crash. And that's what we're trying to figure out. I know Mackenzie is in a very difficult position because
Newly released records in the 2020 Newly released records in the 2020 Newly released records in the 2022
because you don't want to talk to the police in a case like this because you could say something that could get you in trouble. But when you don't sit and talk to me and tell me what happened, I have to assume, and I have to go by what I hear from other people and by evidence, as opposed to you. And so it's a tough balance. So I don't envy her for being this. And I'm sure she's for the rest of her life, she has to live with this.
Well, we had to get called back to the hospital because she was trying to kill herself because when she found out when Dom's funeral was, we were all there and she was like telling her mom, she's like, I'm going to that funeral. Like, I don't care, I'm going to the funeral. Like, because she's that type of girl. You know what I mean? She's that type of girl. She's like, I'm going to that funeral. Like, I'm going, you're not stopping me. Like, I'm going. And so I remember we left that day and the next day was his funeral and we had to get called back because she was like, with all the injuries that she had, she was ripping herself out of the bed, trying to get up and walk. And like her dad like came up to me and was like, she's going to kill herself if she walks, like she's going to die. And like, she's like, we need you guys to like calm her down, sit her down, or else the cops would have to come in and like pin her down and tie her down and stuff like that. So we were able to calm her down at that point. So I know that's going to affect her life forever.
Weren't the cops called up there, the Metro Police?
I don't know if they were. It might have been that occasion if they were, but
I think it was that day because she was freaking out.
Yeah, because I know when I was there was no cops that I could see. I thought that they were thinking about calling the cops if we could calm her down.
Was she ever was the idea of suicide ever even brought up? Like, Davion ever say anything?
Davion or Dom, no, they never. Davion, as much as he was mentally down, the last thing he would want to do is kill himself. His mindset was more if he was like, hey, I'm gonna butt this shit out and I'm gonna prove to everyone that I'm a strong ass dude. That was his way. I mean, he tore his ACL 2 days later. He's out there jumping and playing basketball. Like, he was a strong dude mentally and physically.
Did Dominic get any sleep that night? Like the night of the party, did you see him take a power nap or something?
I think when he was with Kenzie, he was sleeping. I'm pretty sure when he was like cuddling because he had his head down like that, so I couldn't really like see if his eyes were open fully or not. So I mean, if he did, he did. I don't know. I know Davion did. Me and Davion stayed up pretty much all night. I ended up going to bed till like 4, 5.
So what you're describing that night that Dominic and Davion and Mackenzie were all fine.
I mean, I can tell you guys, there's now certain the Burling houses. They did not own a single little like drop of alcohol. They not own a single thing. They never owned a single drop of alcohol.
Believe me, we already know.
Yeah, so we know. Like, I know there was no drinking, nothing like that involved.
I believe me, we know that. That's why we're not asking what happened. I'm just trying to figure out when they left. Were they on good terms? The whole night, was it just amicable, having a good time like you described, or was there fighting? Because again, some kids described there being a conflict, and that's why I asked you who was there, because I want to make sure that the people who are telling us, well, they were fighting. Well, were you there? And of course, they stopped talking to the police and they asked questions.
Yeah. I mean,
and that becomes the confusion on our end. So people who weren't there are telling us something, but then the people who were there don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, like I know Tyler Proctor.
That makes sense to you,
right? Like we're getting rumors from people who weren't even physically there, right? And then we go to the people who were physically there, and they don't want to talk to us.
See, that's what's really weird about this. His story changed. They bring it back up. They question him. They wait. You can hear their interrogation tactics, right? So they wait a little bit. They bring the story back up, and now they're questioning him about his story change that I spoke about a little bit earlier.
And you just clarified.
So now what are we are they hiding? Was there fighting? Is this true or is it false?
That's one click. Those are
well, right now they're all together. They weren't like Hussein wasn't really as involved with them before the crash, but now after the crash they've been more involved with each other. And like everything that they've said has been it blows my mind. And like where they get that stuff from, the whole fight and all that stuff, they get it from Tyler and Kenzie's background. They get it from their past. They get it from because Tyler thinks that he was Kenzie's escape route when Dom and Kenzie would fight. Kenzie would go run to Tyler and talk to Tyler.
Tyler Proctor.
She would go and run to Proctor and talk to him about it. So he thinks he knows like all this fighting stuff and that they fought. But she's only ever ran to him when they fought. She's never ran to him when they've done something good or just to talk. It's only when they fought. So in his mind, he thinks all they do is fight, and that when they fight, it's the end of the world type.
Do you think he was hoping she was going to come back to him?
I know he was pissed because she was dating Proctor, and then she ended up leaving Proctor for Dom. Like she ended up getting with Dom while she was with Proctor, and then she left Proctor and to stay with Dom. So I know
he liked being her escape from him.
Yeah, I guess I think there's a little bit of jealousy under there. I really think there's a little bit of jealousy. He might not like admit to it or like show it, but I think there's a little bit of jealousy under there.
There were some rumors. I mean, well, some things we knew that Dominic supplied the school with marijuana and things like that. Was this ever a factor in the relationship between Davion and Dominic? Because I know Davion started kind of smoking weed just to cope with, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit to it. I've smoked with Davion before. Like, I'll admit to it. I'm not scared of admitting to it.
Hey, man. Yeah, eventually, it's going to be legal. So we're not
I know that point, but I don't think so. I mean, the thing about Dave was, I know that I know for a fact that wasn't a factor. It's because Dave didn't have enough money to be able to like just be like, hey Dom, can I have this, can I have this, can I have this, can I get this, can I get that? Like, he didn't have money for that. So I knew that wasn't like a big factor. And like Davion was never like, I think Davion just enjoyed their lifestyle, the way that they go out to the West Side Market all the time. They go out to Town Hall down in Cleveland all the time. They just go out. They're constantly out doing stuff, having fun. I think Davion just loves that lifestyle. Like Davion just loves being out. He hates being at home. I mean, it'd be 11 o'clock at my house. He'd be like, hey, let's go drive around. Like, I don't want to sit here. I'm like, okay, let's go drive around. It's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. We're driving around just doing random shit. Like, that's just his lifestyle. I think he loved just being able to be out all the time, like going to the zoo that day, then going somewhere else after that and somewhere else, and then finally to my house, like, or not to my house, but the Burlinghouse's house. Like, I think he just loved that lifestyle of being out.
Did he and do you think he and Dominic had a lot in common? I mean, you and him had football in common, knew each other.
I think they had,
did he and besides music?
I think
they struck me as two different.
Yeah, completely two different people. I think Davion he would just play cool with it, I guess. I mean, like, I think the main thing that they connected on was the music. I think that was enough for them to like be friends. And I remember Dom telling me like he loves Davion, like because I had them over at my house the one time, and I was like we'd always talk about Dave, and we're like, hey, like we love Dave, like they love Dave. Everyone just loves Dave. Like everyone just loves Dave. So like no matter.
Was that the night that we had someone check the house? Because we were out of town, and we had someone go by the house, and there were cars in the driveway. Landon, is there people at my house? Yeah. Get them out.
It was the night of the carnival home days. Okay. So we went to the carnival, and they all came back to my house after the carnival. We're all just kicking. But I know.
So that night, did they all leave, or did you let them stay?
Yeah, because we had the person drive by again.
They didn't leave. We just left their cars.
Oh my god!
Trust me. And that night, as me and Rose were walking back,
out,
there were two drunk people from Johnny J screaming in the middle of the street, fighting. Like two old people were
from our house.
Yeah, like the lady was like, "Fuck you! You're a drunk piece of shit. You left me all night," like screaming at him. And me and Rose was like, "Let's go! Like, let's get out of here." Wow, it was crazy, but yeah. But no, I think they just related so much on the music level, and I think Dom would have helped Davion out that way in the music, like because I know they wanted to create a whole album. Like I remember when we went there. When we went there over at Dom's house, he created the song that he has on the song of Millie. I don't know if you guys know the song of Millie by Lil Wayne. It's a beat. They used that beat over Dom to rap on. And I was there that night, and we were coming up with rap names for Dave. We were talking about Dom creating him a whole album and stuff like that. So like
he was that good?
Yeah, like Dom would always produce music like that. Wow. And so I think that's like what they connected on the most with the music. And I think Davion just tried to show him respect and clean up the house and just show respect in that form of way.
Okay, let me comment on this first, and then I'm going to say something to Trial Junkie. What you're hearing is Davion was a new friend of them. He had just met them because Dominic had music equipment in his house, and Davion would go over there, and what they did was they connected through music. So they had two different personalities. One came from a rich background. Davion in the backseat had come from poverty, adopted, brought into that area of life, and then met Dominic. He's a football player. His adopted family took amazing care of him. They just had their problems because of Davion's family's problems before they took them in. You know, that takes a toll on your mental health being adopted. So you're listening to him talk about that. Trial Junkie, I will listen to Jody Sue's. If you can get me the timestamp for that, that would be great. And I think everybody should listen to everything Jody Sue's been saying lately, because she's been telling you about Dawn and Fred's rug dealing. And not of the Persian kind Blue Solo talked about. Or maybe. I know of a rug place that's connected to my assault. We've spoke about that. I wonder if that's where the Persian rugs were coming from. Wonder where Jim Dot is these days. Maybe one day we'll talk about him and his Klonopin he had people give me.
Side question, but do you think Mackenzie was close to Dom because of that the lifestyle, the potential for the future? You know what I mean? Everything you described about Davion, there was potential in that relationship.
I know Kenzie and Dom were like, they've had a lot of ups and downs throughout the past, but like they they were like left and right with each other. Like they when they were together, they were meant to be. Like they were together. Like Dom provided everything for Kenzie. Kenzie didn't work a job. Kenzie would live with Dom. Like Dom would provide everything. Dom would buy her groceries. Dom would buy her clothes. Anything that Kenzie needed, Dom gets it for her. So like they had that like relationship where it's like they were like ready just to move on and marry and just move out of Ohio and just go on and live their life. Like they were at that stage in their relationship. I think they were together for like 5 years, something like that. 4 years, or maybe 6. They were together for a long time.
Not as much as you and Rosie.
Yeah.
How long have you and Rosie been together?
About 5 years now, since 8th grade.
She's going to OU, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen.
How you guys gonna do with long-term?
Oh, we've been doing good. I mean, we've had the past 2 weeks, we've been kind of on a break because of some stuff that's happened in the past. But just recently, she was over here the whole week this week. She was over down here in Marietta with me, staying in my dorm with me.
Was it like 50 minutes from here?
Yeah, about 45, yeah. About 45. Nothing bad at all. And it's like at the same time, you also have so much stuff you can look at too. It's not like the drive down here from Charlottesville, it's just mountains, there's like not that much to look at. Like
boring.
There, it's like you're kind of going against the Ohio River pretty much the entire way almost. So it's like you have lots of factories, lots of cool things to see. So the drive goes by really quick.
Well, listen, I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you giving us your time. You've clarified and shed some light on things that we were unaware of, especially, the dynamic that night. I said a lot of people are just giving us information based on rumors and I would hate to, people ask what's going to happen next. So what's going to happen after this is we are going to submit everything we have, the crash report, the body cameras, everything we've done so far. It goes to the prosecutor's office because at the time when the accident happened, Mackenzie was a juvenile. And so we, the police, we don't get to charge her with a crime. If there is a crime, we're not the ones who get to say this was an accident or this was an intentional act. We have, believe it or not, we have almost nothing to do with this. This goes straight to the prosecutor's office. The prosecutor's office will get to review everything, including those conversations, everything we've done, every person we talked to, every picture we took, everything, including the rumors, the people who sent us messages anonymously and sent us screenshots of social media. All of it has to go in. Generally, what they expect of police, Mike, is when you send me a picture of, hey, look at what Landon said, and you email it to me, and I got bombarded.
And I told him before we even came over days ago that you guys have all that. The phones, right? Messages. I'm like, don't lie. I'm like, if they ask you something, even if it was sent text or whatever, voice, they have all that.
You're not a suspect in anything. And neither is Rosie, neither is even Mackenzie. She's not. We're at this point just trying to say, listen, when I have 15 people coming to me and saying, hey man, she said she's gonna kill herself. But then the people who are close to her, people who are at the party with her, are not coming forward to say, no, they were fine that night. What am I going to believe?
Another thing,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I submit my report, the prosecutor's going to see 15 people saying she's trying to kill herself. Not one person saying they were fine that night.
Yeah, we didn't know the other two. We didn't know Mackenzie and Davion.
The one thing I just realized too is a lot of people, especially Charles, do not like Kenzie. A lot of people do not like. They just do not get along. Like Kenzie.
Every time I dealt with her, she was pleasant.
Kenzie is like her go-to person is Dom. Like Rosie was like her first escape friend, I guess. Like everyone else from Charlottesville, they do. That's why she doesn't go to high school. It's because nobody likes her. Like they hate each other. Like she's had beef with everybody, girls, guys, everything. Like they just do not like. They do not associate. People from Charlottesville and Kenzie do not associate. So that's another reason why I think so many people are bombarding you with all this stuff that's false, is because they just don't like her. They want to see her. They want to see her down. They want to see her do all that. And I know that for a fact because a lot of people do not like her. Like Rosie was like one of her first only like truly friends that she has had in like years.
All right. But it's unfortunate because, and that's not to put pressure on Rosie, obviously she's not here, but when your best friend is not coming to bat for you to say, hey, no, they were at the party, we were having a good time, we're watching TV, and she got mad because, Landon ate her popcorn and, she was cuddling up with, when I don't hear this and all I'm getting is the other kids saying 1, 2, 3, trying to kill herself, trying to do this. I have to submit my report. What's in it is what the prosecutor
Not to
decides
mention, think of it this way. There's people in the community who are calling our chief, our boss, all the time. What's going on with this? What's going on with this? It's not every day.
Right.
Because you don't hear much about anything.
They're requesting.
We were just talking about that.
I know Rosie.
We haven't heard anything about that. What's going on with that?
Well, and that's kind of the problem is we can't do a thorough job unless people talk to us.
I'm gonna talk to Rosie too and see if she
You know
wants
what
to
I mean?
talk
So-
to me.
Unfortunately,
Our
she has
biggest
to get a
thing
grand
was-
jury, but if she talks to us,
like that route all the time.
we tell the
Because she has
prosecutor
really
that
bad
route.
anxiety, and that's the reason why like she first off didn't want to talk at all. And so
And then I get
now
asked
that
where
she
you
has
have
grand jury,
stuff
I'm gonna be like, hey, now she's gonna be a lot more anxious.
You sat through it.
Like sitting in front of a jury would cause a lot more anxiety than this. So like she needs to know that and make sure. I don't want to put her through.
And that's exactly why we get all these rumors.
And if she has something to say to
But then the people who were there,
Rosie,
are like not talking about something like, are they hiding something? Are they missing something? Was she tired?
Or are they afraid?
Or are they afraid?
Yeah.
Right. There's all these emotions. There's all these things that go into it.
Right. The cops are asking. The cops are.
Yeah, but we're asking because
Right. I mean, we don't know. We weren't there. They were there.
I was assigned this case the day after the crash. I was never called out to the scene to look at the actual scene. I didn't, it was the next day. And so we have to, anytime there's death and the driver survives, there's going to be an inquiry. Anytime. If on our way back to Strongsville today, we get in a crash, I die, and he's driving and he lives, he's going to be questioned by the police. Like there's going to be an inquiry. If we both die, it's over.
Right.
But we have to. The community deserves to know: was there a malfunction with the car? Well, she's driving a Toyota. Well, Toyotas are good cars, but if there's a malfunction with the newer Toyota, maybe let us know what happened. Like when I get a text message from a kid showing 90 miles an hour in a 25, could be a bunch of things, right? Well, we don't want to see Mackenzie be prosecuted if she didn't do anything wrong. If there's something wrong with Toyota, then perhaps the families need to ask their Toyota, the county prosecutor. There has to be an inquiry into if there's a mechanical problem with the car. We need to know. The community deserves to know.
Was the accelerator stuck or something? You don't know. Yeah.
You got to figure it all out. But listen, I appreciate it. Do you have any questions? Anything we can answer for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm just glad I could keep my do. I mean,
he wanted to move on. He wanted to get this behind him.
that up too.
That's why he was putting you guys off. Like, I don't want to do it.
It's not even that either. It's because we changed carriers and now I get spam calls on spam calls on spam calls. I'm telemarketing spam calls. It could be Cleveland. It's just a bunch of random names. And so I just never know if it's you guys.
Like I said, we're doing this for Mackenzie's sake. She deserves, if God forbid, it's you. If you were in that car that night.
So that's what's really weird is all of these kids were refusing to talk to the police. But none of the kids in the area really wanted to talk to the police. They were ignoring the police during this time. This is just about over. There's literally 5 minutes left, but I'm tired. I'm going to end it here. It's probably them saying their goodbyes. I'm going to end this here. But what I want to show you is I was talking much earlier before Blue Solo interrupted my live about, all over the place. Charles Junkie, the mafia is known to be connected from place to place. But I want you to keep in mind, the mafia is different. They're the one criminal organization that is more money-based. When I would look at them, it would be more if the reward money, the billboards. I don't think I would look at them for rugs. I don't know. Maybe. That's something we are going to dive deeper into. I think there is a connection between different criminal organizations, and I think this is a big, huge ring. And I think it's going to be outed because of Summer's case, and that's why TBI is taking forever. At least I pray and hope that's the reason, because it's ridiculous. We are literally a half a month away from 5 years. And I need to know if any of you have any ideas for Summer's Day. I've never been one to celebrate. I don't think celebrating her day. What I did, I think last year, what I did was I just put her some music, some pictures of her missing picture. Maybe that was her birthday. Her missing picture poster with some music. I think that's what I might do. And we can just chat in a chat, stop in, say hi, leave a word for Summer. I think I'm just going to leave it live. I will not monetize that day covering Summer. I probably will still come live and cover the Shrilla case, though, not Summer's case that day. Okay, at some point I'll end the stream. We'll do it like around the time she went missing. I'm really waiting to hear if TBI, FBI, Hawkins County, the new sheriff, Ronnie Lawson, since he's leaving, has anything to say about the 5th anniversary. That's a milestone. That's a half a decade. Summer would be 10, going on 10 years old. Could you imagine that? Retaliation, child junkie. Many reasons this could have happened, many paths this could go. I'm showing the many that I believe could possibly all connect together. It's just speculation and based off my research. The Randy Clark really has me and my wheels grinding. And I'm happy Boober has been speaking to me. It's been nothing except that. Anything we talk about in front of you is what we're talking about behind. You're not going to find me sending him nudes or talking romantically to him or getting involved in all the fucking bullshit that Mama Bear and all them get involved in. I want facts. I asked a set of questions that Boober may be able to find out for me. I'm transparent with my audience, and we'll see where that goes, if he can or not. When and if he can, I will bring those questions to you, whether he can or cannot. I'm going to give him a time to do it because the questions, the people I want him to question, it might be a little hard for them to get to, which is actually... You see, Tammy's related to them through marriage. That's how Tammy knows Bear and Allison. Gloversville's a small area. Everybody knows everybody, just like Strongsville or just like Glassport or just like Rogersville. It's not uncommon or a reason to accuse people of taking a child either. You can't help where you live and the people who live in your community. It is so sad. No, it's not her birthday, child junkie. June 15th is the day she went missing. So, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow too. And, yeah. Okay, so real quick before I head off of here tonight, the next time I cover Shrilla the Killer, what I'm going to do is go over probably redo Tyler's interview, and it's short. So then after Tyler's interview, I think what I'm going to do is go over the parents and the brother's interview. I'll share another phone call from jail. Blue Solo put me a little behind. It'll be the live after that I share Dominic's sister's channel again and react to Dominic's sister and Davion's sisters together, and they have a huge age difference, so it's really interesting to hear them and their perspective and to hear the pain that they've been through. But I also see a little bit of pettiness, but could you fucking blame them? I mean, one more time, guys, before I show you this lady. Let's listen to this 2-minute and 36-second long news clip.
Two Strongsville crash involving Mackenzie Shrilla were made public Wednesday. The Strongsville Police Department released about 32,000 text messages between Shrilla and her then boyfriend Dominic Russo, along with recorded jail phone calls made after her conviction. Shrilla was convicted in the crash that killed Russo and their friend, Davion Flanagan, and was sentenced to life in prison with parole eligibility after 15 years. Among the newly released records are several troubling texts dating back to 2020. In one January 2020 text message, Shrilla told Russo she was going to kill someone because she needed a ride and he could not pick her up. Later the same day, the two argued over text, with Shrilla writing, "I just want to bang my head on the wall till I'm dead." In another message, she told Russo to treat the girl who would die for you a little better. In March 2022, Russo allegedly texted that Shrilla hit me and tried to throw a rock at me. Later that same month, he also warned she was driving like a maniac.
Now, the records also showed repeated arguments between the two, with both accusing the other of threatening to end the relationship.
Here's what I'm supposed to say. I know, Kenzie, listen, these phone calls are recorded. We are not allowed to talk about anything.
Well, we need a
Okay?
new lawyer is what we need.
No, not a new lawyer. We're going to file an appeal.
The release also includes nearly 100 recorded jail calls following Shrilla's August 2023 conviction. In one conversation with her mother, Natalie, Shrilla reacted to the verdict while discussing plans to appeal the case.
Trust that we will never, ever, never stop. Ever, never.
I don't want you guys to go broke fighting for me for a lost cause.
We won't. It's not a lost cause. I don't know if it was or not. I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here, we have to be very careful. We can't say anything because I don't want to mess this up for you.
In Strongsville, Melissa Reed, Fox 8 News. Newly released records in the 2020 Newly released records in the 20 Newly released records in the 2020
As her boyfriend who passed away, I keep getting Dominic. Sorry, I keep getting her name. It ain't Dominic. Dom. I keep getting her names. It's a new case, guys. Bear with me. I'll get all the names correct and remembered. I agree. I had 4 of them. Yeah, this age is so scary. Okay, now quickly, before I go, I'm going to share a short. This is a girl who, she's very pretty. On her channel, she has, and I'll share her channel next time. It's Bougie Behind Bars. She tells you her story. Her story's quite unique and interesting. How she ended up in jail. But she was in jail with Mackenzie for a short span of time, like 6 months. And in this short, she's going to tell us about the sewing kit I spoke about and the bouginess that Mackenzie is acting like in jail. But she gets really deep, and she did a very long interview with Brian Etten, and one day we're going to get to that. I am very behind on this case, and I'm slow, but it's okay. We can follow it, talk about it, conversate about it, and it's a break from always covering the very sad case of Summer. That's a missing little girl, and I need a break sometimes. This is sad too, but it's a break, and we need to, thank you, Sinister. We all need to cover other cases and keep other things in the spotlight. I'm learning that. I cover a lot of other things people don't pay attention to, but it's very sporadic, and I need to get better at doing that. So I want to jump. Yes, it's good to find a new story. I want to jump on this case and cover all the drama, because this one is drama filled, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that I want to jump on Davion, and right, the reason I came here, Delphi, is hard. But I want to keep Davion and Dominic's name out in the forefront and help this lady get this bill passed. I think it's an amazing thing. The Son of Sam extension. I love you, Crystal. We can agree to disagree on things, but always show you love and respect. You know this. Of course, Sinister. We can always agree to disagree. And I'm going to be getting to voices in some of her lives. I did watch a good portion of her live from tonight. I still want to cover her and lips and her and Benny. I ain't been there yet. I don't want to fight with other creators. I think it's stupid, but I also think it's stupid we all can't work together. And I think Cher has played games with We Can Bring You Hope. Benny was around, and when you pinpoint that area of Summer's case, you have to look at who was who and who was in that house at that time, especially if we're considering We Can Bring You Hope a bad thing, or is We Can Bring You Hope really a good thing? However, what I'm seeing with them and their repeated actions in different cases, even their own fucking family, putting wrong misinformation and the things that Michael Flint from here in the Pittsburgh Missing People's Department told me that he did find some connections. I think we all need to just sit the fuck tight, let the TBI and FBI do their job and solve this, because in my opinion, this is going to be a much larger scale thing than just Summer going missing. That's just my opinion. I'm speculating based on the area and the crimes in the past that go on in that area, court documented as fact. That's all I can do to you and the connections. I can't, everybody, you're right, we should definitely work together. Okay, even if we hate each other, or at least I do appreciate that Cher, even still today, knowing I don't like her and she don't like me, she's always welcome to grab my content, even if it's going against me like Six Up Ziggy, who the fuck ever, Benny, as long as it keeps Summer's name out there, I'm fucking fine with it, because I will fight you back. I mean, you know, whatever, I'm not a fucking pussy. But they don't reinvent the wheel in crime. Correct. And we also have the billboards and the marathon that happened. Are they two separate crimes or are they one? And that's what we need to figure out. I think on all fronts, all of them motherfuckers need to be reprimanded for playing games with money. From Fred and Mama Bear was actually from me. Okay, well, we'll talk about that. Yes, patterns trial. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I am going to do a summer live in the afternoon again. So, Sinister, if you can join probably about 2 o'clock, hopefully. I have some things. I have to go buy another tent and some things for my trip. But I will have 2 lives tomorrow, one for summer and one for the Shrilla case again. But let me get to this so you can hear how bougie this bitch is in prison. And then I'm going to say peace and love and good night and just end my live there. Thank you for all of y'all that stuck around. And for all of you in Summer's case, come back and watch Blue Solo. Let me know what you think. I'll read all the comments when I get back. All right, guys. Watch this.
If you're new here, I'm Kat, and I was in prison with Mackenzie Shrilla. You guys asked me for some more tea, so I'm here to spill. Let's get into it. So in Ohio Reformatory for Women, and I'm sure many other prisons, developing your own hustle, if you want to call it, is pretty common. And during my time in prison with Mackenzie, she had developed one of her own. So one of the days I was walking the yard, her and her friend were making their laps, and she came up to the table next to us and started showing off some of her jewelry that she was making and selling. She was making nose rings out of like some kind of wire. There was a gold, silver, rose gold, all types of different metals. She also was distressing hats. So hats like baseball caps are one of those things that you can get on the packages that I've talked about on here. And she was actually customizing them for people, as well as shoes. So you can get, we have either plain white or plain black shoes that you're able to get bought for you through your family and your loved ones. She also was altering clothes. So turning parachute pants that were state issued into like joggers or more tight fitting. So when my friend and I heard her talking about, you know, what she was making and what she was selling and kind of showing off her products, my friend that I was with, it piqued her interest. And so she asked her about it and she started talking to us about it. And my friend was going to buy some nose rings from her. So we were talking, going back and forth. And she told my friend to send $25 for 2 nose rings to this Cash App, and the Cash App was her mother. She told my friend after that she was going to go back into her unit, call her mom to make sure that she got her the money sent, and if she confirms, then she would bring it out on the next yard. At the time, I didn't think anything of it because Cash App rules the prison and hustles are common. And for that to be what she chose to have as her prison hustle, she could have been doing a lot worse. I don't know if she was, I don't know if she wasn't, but to be making some jewelry and some shoes, I mean, I think what shocks me now that I've gotten out and seen, you know, just how ridiculous her mother is the fact that her mom was her trusted person. So in prison, pretty much the majority of everyone or most everyone has one trusted person on the outside because like I said, Cash App rules the prison. So if you want anything that you can't get on commissary, if you want to buy more food, if you want to buy anything, you call somebody to Cash App somebody to get it for you. And you have your one dedicated person to do that or to run that for you. And the fact that it was Mackenzie's mom is just confirmation again that she's enabling, that she's encouraging her, that she's, you know, being Natalie Shrilla.
So quickly, you're going to hear a lot more about Mackenzie in prison and how she's having SCX with lots of people and her pattern. Thank you, wee Scottish Mom. Thank you, everybody who said happy birthday to me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, today, whatever, at some point, hopefully. But like I said, I may be derailed. I don't know what plans are for the day yet. Most women in prison don't have anyone to send them anything. Exactly, Child Junkie, except for this girl's getting thousands and thousands and thousands of commentaries and extra phone calls and video calls, and she really, it's like she's not even in prison. She's making money. She's running a business. Her mother's illegally taking Cash Apps from people, sending her shoes and clothes to fix for people, and then selling them to people for more. She's making a business in prison, an illegal business. Oh, thank you, Selena. And I love you guys too, Marion. Thank you so much. All right. Well, hopefully I'll see you all later today. And yeah. Watch the videos I have coming. I don't know. Another thing is too, I got to pay my StreamYard. So I got to make sure I have the money to do that, or I might be absent for 2 weeks. And I'm not on here grifting or anything. I have the money for it, but my birthday and my trip's going to be so much fun. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Is it illegal people are really into prison, or it's a thing? Oh, yeah. But to sell things and use the Cash App on the outside and not use it as commissary, that is illegal in prison. However, most prisoners do it, but not even to this extent. And you're going to hear that. You're going to hear how this girl is making probably thousands of dollars, in my opinion, while she's in prison with her mother funding it and allowing it to happen while these two boys lay like she does. All right, guys. I don't know. You may feel differently than I do. Like I said, I do have a soft spot for Mackenzie too. However, if that was my son, could you imagine if that was your son and their girlfriend did this to them? How hurt you would be? I couldn't. Yep, she's probably the first one to do this. I doubt it. Think about Diddy and whoever else. You know what I mean? All the famous people that go. That's true. We have to remember why she's there. Exactly. All right, guys. I'm going to head off for real this time. Mwah. Pesamore, peace and love, and you all get some sleep and have a good night. Bye.